A very good morning to you and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel One TV. I am Nanatufo Boateng. As always, it is a pleasure to come your way with the best breakfast on television. Yesterday, we went to bed with some rather unfortunate news, some sad news. A helicopter crash in Tema, leading to the death of some 2 persons. This morning, we want to extend our condolences to the families of the bereaved. We want to pray that the good Lord himself will strengthen them and will keep them together in this difficult time. Rather unfortunate incident. We understand the chopper was flying from Ho and unfortunately crashed in Tema. Could have been a much worse disaster, because we understand it crashed into a school. However, students and teachers are safe. The Ghana National Service was there. This morning we understand there will be some clearing of the debris. But our heartfelt condolences to the families of the bereaved, and we pray that God himself will console them, will strengthen them, and keep them in these difficult times. But we're still in the month of March, and as part of our, our campaign to celebrate our heritage and our culture, we want to say thank you to all organizations, institutions, companies, all partners that have contributed to our celebration of our culture and our heritage as a people. So, the Heritage Month has a lot of activities, both on air and, of course, outdoor events. We started off with the Heritage Caravan from the 1st to the 8th of March, traveling 14 regions across the country in 8 days, and it was absolutely fantastic, learning about places of interest, tourist sites, our culture, our food, our dances, our music, our way of living. It was absolutely beautiful. And we want to say thank you to all organizations and institutions that have partnered us to put together the Heritage Caravan. So this morning we want to say thank you to Hollard Insurance. We want to say thank you to Omni Basic Bank. I want to say thank you to Piva Beverages. Thank you to the Ghana Tourism Authority. Thank you to Nanesh Rice, Goyle PLC, Caveman Watches, Didi Shito, Gino, both from GB Foods, Admi Granite Paste, and Minimi Achumo. Minimi Achumo. I want to say thank you to all these organizations for contributing to the success of the Heritage Caravan, which we started from the 1st of March to the 8th of March. It was a huge success, and we're super grateful to all organizations. Now, still in the month of March, we have the on-air series, okay, where we bring you programming designed to help you better appreciate our culture. So we could be doing this through our music. We could be doing this through our food. We could be bringing you the faces of the nation to acknowledge some persons or individuals that have contributed to the development of this country. Today's theme is on assume responsibility for yourself, because help is coming from nowhere. And this will have our presenter, of course, Frima Edunyame, with the Inchinchim Band, taking us through a musical journey to explain this theme. Assume responsibility for yourself, because help is coming from nowhere. So selected music, specially curated to bring you a better understanding, a better appreciation of all the wise sayings, the lyrics that make meaning in our songs of old, our indigenous Ghanaian music, our music of Ghanaian origin. And we want to say thank you to GCB Bank. We want to say thank you to GTP. We want to say thank you to Bethel Dental. And we want to say thank you to South African Airways for being part of the Heritage on-air series. Now, this will not be the end of it, of course, because there is the Back to Your Village Food Festival also coming up on the 28th and the 29th of March 2026 at the Afua Sutherland Children's Park. It's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. So 2 days, all right? 2 days of culinary pleasure, 2 days of a culinary experience, 2 days of gastro-tourism, 2 days of taking you to the north via food, 2 days of hitting the Akan, or if you like the middle belt area through food, and 2 days of walking you through a culinary experience of the southern parts of Ghana. And I'll break it down for you. So we're putting up 3 villages at the Back to Your Village Food Festival. Well, we have the northern village, we have the Akan village, and we have the southern village. The northern village will consist of food, okay, from the northern parts of Ghana. So if you're climbing up north, all the food you begin to experience from the Upper Uti areas all the way to Paga, or if you like Kulungungu before you enter Burkina, all the variety of food that you experience from these areas will be on display at the Back to Your Village Food Festival. And then, of course, we come down to the Akan village, so the Bono area, the Ashanti area, and all the food that they consume there, all the food that we eat within these areas will be available at the Back to Your Village Food Festival. Then we'll make our way to the southern village for an experience with food from our coastline. So your Aklo, your Fantedokno, your Fante, your Akle, you know, your all the ditches. You know the ditches is a family of ditches, or your Fatri ditches, and you understand. All will be available at the Back to Your Village Food Festival. So please make a date. Join us at the Afua Sutherland Children's Park on the 28th and 29th of March 2026, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day, and come experience Ghanaian cuisine, indigenous Ghanaian food like no other. All right? It's an experience that you should revel in. It's an experience that you should have. It's not one to be told. I don't know how I'm going to explain how I enjoyed the food to you. So you should come and enjoy the food yourself. Then maybe you can explain it to someone. You understand? All you need to do is load your wallets, load your purses, top up your momo, and come. Because you see, the trick is that you can choose to start eating from the Akan village, then you do some food from the south, and then shoom to the north. Or you can choose to start from the north, eat from the north all the way down to the south, or you can start from the south. The choice is yours. There's variety. Listen, you will be spoiled for choices. All right? So just come to the Afua Sutherland Children's Park, 28th and 29th March. Okay, let's herald the heritage man in our mouth. Literally, you understand? So come join us. Come join us for the Back to Your Village Food Festival. And for all indigenous food vendors, call us now, 0205 973 973, 0205 973 973. Call us to register and to participate. All right? Let's show the world the beauty of Ghanaian food, the variety we have. Okay? I keep saying that Ghana is not a crowd. So you need to travel and see. And come to the Children's Park, and let's help you to travel through your mouth, into your stomach, across Ghana. You understand? Come and eat Ghana. Come and let's eat Ghana. All right? Let's chop something from the south, something from the Akan village, something from the northern village. And of course, it's one that you should experience. Trust me. We've done this over the years. It's been absolutely amazing. The reviews have been good, and you should be a part of that. Come, let's create moments, let's create memories together, and let's eat Ghana. Let's take you back to your village. I want to say thank you to all our sponsors on the Back to Your Village Food Festival. I want to say thank you to EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. I want to say thank you to Didi Shito Homemade Taste. Thank you to Gino, and thank you to Munchie Biscuits. I want to say thank you to all these organizations. So EcoBank, Didi Shito, Gino, and Munchie for being part of the Back to Your Village Food Festival. Interested vendors of indigenous foods, we're inviting you to register. Call 0205 973 973. The Back to Your Village Food Festival is powered by 97.3 City FM and Channel 1 Television. And we'll see you there on the 28th and 29th of March 2026, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. There will be some side attractions as well. And of course, we'll create space for the children. So you can come with the children. There will be some, children's corner where the kids can also have their fun. So come and join us, and let's take you back to your village. Now, in the village, we eat local, we eat fresh, we eat Ghanaian. And in that same mind, in that same spirit, with that same concept, let's eat Ghana and build Ghana. So we are pushing this initiative to help all of us eat and consume local rice, Ghanaian rice. So let's eat Ghana rice and let's build Ghana. So eat fresh, eat Ghana, build the future. It's fresh from our farms to your plate. All right, eat fresh, eat Ghana, build the future. Fresh from our farms to your plate. All right, let your meal make a difference. Choose Ghana first. Taste the effort, taste Ghana. Let your meal make a difference. Choose Ghana first. Taste the effort, taste Ghana. The Eat Ghana, Build Ghana initiative is brought to you by 97.3 City FM and Channel One TV in partnership with Agri Impact Limited, the MasterCard Foundation, the 24-Hour Economy and Accelerated Development. So thank you to Agri Impact. Thank you to the MasterCard Foundation. Thank you to the 24-Hour Economy and Accelerated Development. Now, you see, while we are eating Ghana and building Ghana, it's not everyone that has the opportunity to enjoy same. Some, by no fault of theirs, have to go through the challenge of life on their own as orphans. And so this Easter period, when we climax the Heritage Month, which is the month of March, we move into the month of April, where we get to celebrate the crucifixion, the death and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So it's a Christian holiday period, but not everyone has the opportunity to revel in that period. And so we are asking you, out of the abundance of your heart, out of generosity, out of kindness, please support this initiative, which we call the Easter Orphan Project. Our mission is simple: to feed, to maintain, and to support. And so on Monday, 6th April, which is Easter Monday, some selected orphanages in Ghana will benefit from your support. Kindly help us donate to these orphanages. And this period, let your kindness light up the life or the world of an orphan out there. All right, so we invite you to join us. You can send your contributions or your support via Momo, MTN Momo 0550 900 006, 0550 900 006. So that's 0550 900 All right. Send your Momo via this particular number. You can also visit www.citynewsroom.com or call 0302226013 or 0550 900 006 to find out more. If you're looking to make a donation in kind, you can bring it to our front desk, 97.3 City FM at Adabraka, just behind the police station. Or you can bring it to Channel One Television at Tesano in Accra, adjacent to the Crystal Palm Hotel. That's number 5 Ula Hansen Lane, Tesano, here in Accra. Let's contribute to the growth and sustainability of some orphanages who are doing amazingly well to care for these rather underprivileged children. So let's show love, let's show kindness, let's be generous towards these orphans during the Easter period. While we celebrate the birth of Christ, let us show kindness to our brethren. Let us show kindness to our fellow humans. And so please join us as we strive to feed and to maintain and to support. Some selected orphanages will benefit from your generosity this Easter period. Already we are saying thank you to you because we know how you have done it over the years, and we are eternally grateful to you for your wholesome contributions, donations, and support every time we call on you for the Easter Orphan Project. God bless you so much, and may He continue to replenish your stock. Now let me show you how you can have access to the news without stress. So this is news without stress. Just go onto the Google Play Store and download the Channel One News online app. Install the app on your device. Could be your phone, your tablet, or your PC, whichever device you prefer. Install the Channel One News online app on your device and have easy access to the news. The app itself is quite simple to use. The interface is simple to navigate. It is as straightforward as it can be. So no wahala, no qualms, no libi, no laba. Just go and download the app from the Google Play Store and you have access to the news. All right. Let me now take you to the newspapers itself and bring you some major headline stories on the front pages of the newspapers this morning. I'm starting with the Ghanaian Times newspaper. The front page is taking us to the Northern Regional Capital, Tamale. And it says, Tamale water crisis sparks public health fears. Residents depend on unsafe sources. Tamale water crisis sparks public health fears. Residents depend on unsafe sources. Then you have Chairman Wontumi ordered to open defense in illegal mining trial. Chairman Wontumi ordered to open defense in illegal mining trial. 2 dead as light aircraft crashes at Tema. Israel-Iran conflict. Experts warn of food price hike over Hormuz closure. Israel-Iran conflict. Experts warn of food price hike over Hormuz closure. That's on page 12. Now let me jump to the back page real quick. Back page of the Ghanaian Times says, government prioritizing investments in irrigation infrastructure. This is according to the Agric Minister, Eric Opoku. And then you have promote efficient agric extension services to enhance productivity. That's Professor Rofela Kombe speaking. She's the provost of the College of Agriculture and Natural Sciences at the University of Cape Coast, UCC. So that's the Ghanaian Times newspaper for today. Let me take you to the Daily Graphic. Daily Graphic says, Mofa audit, tons of rice and maize missing. 2 ghost companies paid 24 million cedis. Mofa audit, tons of rice and maize missing. 2 ghost companies paid 24 million cedis. 2 die in aircraft crash in Tema. Rather unfortunate. Escalating Middle East conflict risk higher inflation. That's according to the governor of the BOG. Ghana returns to May-June WASI SC. That's 5 years after COVID-19 disruption. And then you are verified before you travel abroad. Justice Kolendi cautions. So that's the front page of the Daily Graphic. Let's go to the back page. Ghana needs breast cancer center of excellence. That's according to a surgeon. And then you have government initiates evacuation process for Ghanaians in Qatar. So that's the Daily Graphic newspaper for today. Let's get into some other papers. The Daily Guide. Front page of the Daily Guide says security service recruitment put medical exercise on ice. That's according to the minority leader of Sahine, Alexander Afenyo-Markin. Gold Board GGSA to investigate blocked out mineralized areas, not areas. Gold Board and GGSA to investigate blocked out mineralized areas. 2 die in Tema helicopter crash. Sad one there. 3 grabbed over dollar counterfeits. And then court orders Wontumi to answer Galamsey charges. The Chronicle is next. Take you to the Chronicle newspaper. KT to AG and Ato. Withdraw your report from Parliament or face me in court. That's Kobnat Tahir Mohammed, KT Hammond, former Minister for Trade and Industry. He says to the AG and to the Finance Minister, withdraw your report from Parliament or face me in court. Okay. Gold Board seals 27.5 million cedis geological deal. And then Greater Accra House of Chiefs throws out Poplampu. Our scripture for today is Proverbs 25:8. Do not hastily bring him to court, Fourth, what will you do in the end when your neighbor puts you to shame? Do not hastily bring into court, for what will you do in the end when your neighbor puts you to shame? Proverbs 25:8. And that's the Chronicle newspaper. You get some business stories on the back page. Economy stronger than expected. That's according to the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Pandit Esiama, speaking there. Right, so let's get into some other papers. The New Republic says, Wuntumi's escape blocked. Judge orders defense lawyers to prove his innocence. Wuntumi's escape blocked. Judge orders defense lawyers to prove his innocence. Edubuahen's loan defense collapses. BOG's MPC faces dilemma as inflation falls and global risk rise. Gold Board defends contract. Imani demands crackdown on state looters. So that's the New Republic newspaper. Let's go to the Informer. Informer says, corruption allegation, Ofori-Atta pursues U.S. resident status. Corruption allegation, Ofori-Atta pursues U.S. resident status to avoid justice. Security Services recruitment, IMF approved 5,000 quota. That's according to Alhaji Inusa Fuseni, a former minister. 8.1 billion cedis audit bombshell. Pressure mounts on government to act. MML's revenue jumps to 6 billion cedis on user growth. Mahama fulfills pledge to Muslims as 20 and 23rd March declared public holidays. Use of private jet, don't compromise president's security. Imani warns. Okay, Imani warns. So these are some stories on the front page of the Informer newspaper. Walk to a newsstand near you and you can grab a copy to get the details of the various headlines. But let me take you online and bring you some stories from our web portals. I'll start off with channel1newsonline.com. Ghana must equip youth with practical skills. That's the World Bank chief speaking there. And you see him here in a handshake with the Minister for Finance, Dr. Kasiel Atuforsen. Edward Bawa, that's the group CEO of GOIL PLC, sat with Bernard Avle on the Point of View last night, and he says, my focus for GOIL is profit and shareholder value. Okay. Overcrowded dorms, off-campus housing highlight challenges at Bojiase SHS. And then you have GOIL owed $110 million to BP when I assumed office. That's again Edward Bauer speaking there. No transport fare hike for now. Ghana Private Road Transport Union, GPRTU speaking. Mahama calls for prayers amid Middle East tensions. Mahama calls for prayers amid Middle East tensions. Freddie Blay remanded over unserved summons. Lawyer alleges. Afenyo Marken demands Interior Minister brief Parliament on security recruitment expansion. And then you have Security Services recruitment to expand to 40,000. Mahama directs. BOG pledges to sustain economic gains amid global risk. Freddie Blay remanded over Kitase land dispute. Helicopter crashes in Tema, 2 feared dead. And again, Freddie Blay denied bail in Kitase land dispute. So you get these stories and more from channel1newsonline.com. You can alternatively go to citynewsroom.com to get some more stories from there as well. But stay with us here. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. We'll take a break and return with the news review segment.
Feel the energy and reconnect with your roots this March at the Back to Your Village Food Festival 2026. Join us for a celebration of Ghanaian culture and cuisine from all across the country. Northern, Akan, and Southern villages will all be represented. It's more than just food. It's about culture, family, and memories that last a lifetime. Let's come together this March to discover the flavors that make us who we are. The date is 28th and 29th of March 2026. Venue is the 8th Sutherland Children's Park. The time is 10 a.m. through till 6 p.m. each day. Interested vendors can register by calling 0205-973-973. The Back to Your Village Food Festival 2026 is powered by Channel One TV with support from 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by Ecobank, Gino, Gidi Sheto, and Munchie Biscuits. Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensah this week for part 2 of our conversation on how to start with nothing with his guest, Professor Joseph Asafo-Edu.
Hello, dear friend. I welcome you to Lifeline. I am Fred Crunchy Mensah, your host. Here, Odisika Brantier, and then Minitro. I used to be there, I am here. Practical ways of starting, Prof.
Great. Thank you, Bishop. To people, how do you drive forward if you constantly keep looking at the rear view mirror? You're moving forward, and yet you're looking into the rear view mirror. You can't move forward. So the first principle, practically, is make every effort not to prioritize the loss. Deprioritize immediately. Don't let that be at the forefront of your mind.
Make a date with Lifeline at 10 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday only on Channel One TV.
This Easter, as homes fill with laughter, shared meals, and love, pause for a moment and remember a child who has no one to celebrate with. Across Ghana, children in selected orphanages are hoping for care, hoping for comfort, hoping for kindness. You can be the reason a child smiles this Easter. Support the Easter Orphan Project 2026. Your donation in cash or in kind will provide warm meals, clothing, school supplies, and essential care for their well-being. Send your mobile money donation to 0550-900-006 or write a check in the name of the City FM Foundation. You may also bring your donation to Channel One TV in Tesano, Accra, Ghana. You can donate milk, sugar, rice, toys, books, or detergent. For more information, visit www.citynewsroom.com or call 0550-900-006 or 0302-226-013. The Easter Orphan Project comes off on Monday, 6 April 2026 and is powered by 97.3 City FM with support from Channel One TV. This Easter, let your kindness light up a child's life.
Hello there, thank you and welcome. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel One Television. It's time for the news review segment where we get to have a conversation on some of the topical issues. Invite you to join us because the show is interactive. Send us your thoughts, your comments and contributions. You can do so via our WhatsApp number on your screens. You can join us on social media. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. We're very engaging and interactive on X, formerly Twitter, as well as Instagram, IG. Of course, we have some exclusive video content for you on TikTok. So please do well to follow, do well to like, do well to subscribe, do well to share, and of course, do well to engage our post. This morning, I have 3 gentlemen in studio. Let me do a quick introduction and we'll get straight into the conversations. To my immediate right is the managing editor of the Herald newspaper, Larry Dogbe.
Dogbe.
Everything good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Today you're looking very political.
Oh, I'm learning from them.
Okay.
From him.
Well, seated next to Larry is Dr. Dixon Adomaku Kisi, former member of parliament for Anya Sotuo. Doc, good morning. Good to see you.
Same here.
And then we have counsel, lawyer, Lamte Gapanga. He's the deputy commissioner, acting deputy commissioner. I keep throwing the acting away. I don't know why I do that. But yeah, he's the acting deputy commissioner, or if like acting deputy CEO of the Gaming Commission, Ghana. Counsel, good to see you.
Good morning,
welcome.
brother.
Good morning. Good morning. We have a number of issues to unpack, but we're starting off on a very sad note. Yesterday, we heard the unfortunate news of an aircraft crash in Tema. A helicopter that was flying from Ho to Accra unfortunately crashed at a school, Oninku Drive. Larry, I'm sure you know this school.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. It's very close to the Central Business District of Tema Community 1. Unfortunately, two lives.
It's a park that produced a lot of players
Exactly.
over the years.
We used to play Yonko Toko there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When I thought I had some skills. I'm good trainer, 3 months, I never get selection. I gave up.
It wasn't your thing.
I gave up. But rather unfortunate. If you know the place where there's a daycare right next to where the helicopter crashed, it could have been worse. Although we do not downplay the gravity of the demise of the 2 persons, but it could have been worse.
It could have been.
We are coming just about a year on the back of the helicopter crash that took 8 of our own. Did we not learn any lessons, or is this just a mere accident that has happened out of the blue? What can we say about this?
Oh, I think first of all, good morning, to you, and then good morning to our viewers, and then my colleagues here. Yesterday, when I heard the news, it brought back
Memories.
all that, thing again. I was like, my God, are we here again? Initially, the claim was about it had 18. It was an 18 capacity aircraft, and I was sure. I mean, how many? No helicopter will carry 18. Unless of course a war, But later, then the news came that then they said it was 3 people. Then later it came to 2.
2. Yeah.
However, even if it was 1, I mean, But I think what we are dealing with is the claim is that it flew from Ho and was coming to Accra. And along the line, radio was lost. Okay, and then the next time they heard was that it had crashed over there. We were just lucky that the children were not out there playing when it happened, such that they would have, become casualties as well. So on that score, we should I say we thank God for that. But then the 2 lives that were lost, I mean, unfortunate. Details haven't been provided yet as to who they are or even the ownership of the aircraft. Except to say that we were told that it's not the heavy aircraft that we used to know. It's a lighter one. I don't know what it's normally used for, or what they went to Ho to do, or what they were coming to Accra to do. Our condolences to the bereaved families. And then also the civil aviation. We shouldn't always hear of them after an accident. I mean, they should be, up and doing. Okay? I mean, I don't know what's happened after the August one, because one would have expected that they also came out to brief us aside what the military, did.
Yeah.
Because everything was, put at the doorstep of the military. It was a military aircraft. But civil aviation was their input in all this. They should also have given us updates as to the helicopter situation. That, okay, yeah, this is the number of helicopters we have in town. Okay? And that, those that are providing commercial services, this is the state. They have those that are for the military, so and so, and that. So that in case you want to use helicopter for one, thing or the other, you know which institution to contact based on their safety record.
Yeah.
In between that, accidents are bound to happen.
True.
But I mean, some of the accidents can be, human, can be avoided. Yeah. So I think that we are expecting additional information. It should come quickly, and then we can make up our minds.
Very well. Doc, when August 6 happened, we were all concerned about the nature of response, or if like the first respondents to the scene, and how they handled matters there. We saw a similar thing happen yesterday. Have we failed with public awareness creation? Have we failed with education on some of these matters? Because obviously evidence was tampered with. Obviously something might even go missing there. People will be scavenging there and all. So what can we do to help better improve the situation in the event of such misfortunes or of an incident like this?
Well, first of all, our condolences to the families that have lost two. Key thing is aviation still needs modernization. Key thing is that our safety track records in this country, either on road or in the air, is troubling. And we take things for granted. My only concern largely is that this will make headline news like Ghana, Accra floods, and then we'll recoil back into our old self. As it stands now, August incident, I think it was in August, right?
Yes.
Is lost on many of us. Granted, some of us still remember, but I think this is another wake-up call for the need to improve on our aviation systems in this country and our safety track records. I think we use fewer helicopters in this country, though. We're lucky. Elsewhere, people commute to work with a helicopter just between Connecticut and New York. Plenty private helicopters, so they have more incidents and maybe are better prepared. I think there's also that element which we have to admit. If the frequency increases, then maybe their preparedness will also improve. But when you have one incident per 6 months, sometimes they are not well equipped. I must admit, many of the fire servicemen that got to the scene have never attended to a fire from a helicopter. They can't tell me they have. And yes,
Yeah.
so don't get me wrong. I'm saying that because it's not familiar, the things they need to do and attend to, they'll be just using their training and skills. But as to how to approach these things and what the military will say, recovery of all of the needed things will be lost on them. So we need to improve, and we don't need to wait for additional incidents. And on the whole, very hard in this country can be troublesome.
Yeah.
In other cultures, they stay away. In the Ghanaian culture, they go in, and
we are communal.
we
are communal.
but when you see, like these fire trucks that explode,
Yeah.
You've seen enough on TV. Why go to a fire track
You
when
may save a life.
You may say that.
That is the first notion of a Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Or you may take a life.
safety first?
Or you may take some phones.
Safety first. So I really think that we need to reconscientize and realign the public in terms of our safety, and why go to a helicopter which can also still explode, you know, depending on how much fuel it had. So
Just this morning, there's one at Potin.
ah,
Yeah, a fuel tanker has exploded, and the people are just there. You understand, the fire has even extended to a house nearby.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
you know, we go into this, and there's been enough incidents for any normal thinking person, I hope, to realize that when the tanker goes down, don't think of going to fetch. You might become part of the, you know, look at what happened in someone recently. Very unfortunate. Many lives lost. And we need to change how we approach these things. So, sorry for the lives lost. And it's a reminder of what happened in August, and still a reminder that we need a defense minister, Mr. President.
I had a feeling.
You saw
I mean, you know, I will rub it in whenever I can.
You're really lobbying for this position.
I'm not going for it, but it's for the country.
Are you guys cutting some deal over there?
No, listen, in all fairness, I think that
That has stalled.
I just think that, listen, first of all, you've reduced the number of ministers, quote unquote. Fair enough.
Good enough, not fair enough. But that's good enough.
But these two ministries, environment, in the heat of all of this galamsey thing, and then climate change, blah blah blah, your commitment to the SDGs, these are some of the things that they measure the country, and I will beg again. Things are happening in the world related to.
The president is looking for somebody he can trust.
Listen. Then I don't want to mention names. You know,
helicopter crash.
You know, but he has.
Let's come back home.
You know, he has people. I mean, listen. So my
How do you know?
my nobody will stage anything against him. Trust me. So I think that, you know, his self and trust to his self alone should not be a priority over the entire nation. Forgive me. You know, you can even put your wife then. If they would mess you up, they'll mess you up.
Are we going to war?
We are preparing against it. And that is very important. So, Mr. President, I'll use this same opportunity to plead with you. It's been a bit too long. And I really think that administratively it's not helping the country. Atuforsen is overburdened, trying to, you know, get the numbers, crunch the numbers, though some are fictitious. You know, so that burden
That's
alone.
what's established in the Auditor General's report.
That burden alone, you know, as AG retracts on some of the numbers they put out earlier, you know, all of these things, it's troubling. So please relieve Atuforsen of this double hat. He's not talking. He can't talk. I'm talking for him. Yeah, I'm talking for him, so that we free up, and then come to that realization that the defense of this country is very pivotal to our economic growth.
Very well.
If investors are not comfortable with the defense in the country, don't come and put their money in it. So these are very critical. It's tied to our wealth and health as a nation.
Very well, Doc, thank you. Council,
Yes, sir.
is dignity lost on us? And I'm saying this in reference to how we treat and report some of these incidents. You see videos of charred bodies. I mean, these are family people. These are people who have relatives.
Yeah.
No respect for human dignity. Is it lost on us in our quest to break the news first, in our quest to be the first to report? Have we lost all respect for human dignity?
Well, good morning to you and good morning to your listeners, particularly listeners in the Navdam, where I was over the weekend to help a brother
lay his mother to rest. Nicolas Signal, my condolences to you.
Condolences.
And my condolences again to the victims of this crash. It's troubling, and it's really, really worrying for all of us as human beings. That the least you would want sometimes is to see your fellow human being in that state.
Yeah.
Particularly when news have not been sent to the families in the appropriate manner.
Right.
Not knowing where they are, what they are doing, and then suddenly they are seeing it on TV, on social media, that their relatives are in this condition. And this is not even in particular reference to the helicopter crash, but generally all accident scenes.
Yeah.
You find out that instead of rushing to provide assistance, we are in a haste to bring out our phones to record what is going on and report it. I think it's a phenomenon that perhaps it's associated with our excitement with gadgets. And then now you find people also have taken it as a full-time job as bloggers. I mean, nobody goes to, I don't know whether there's a school for bloggers, but they do this. Once the video trends, he becomes popular, and the next moment he builds another one, and then he thinks now he has a brand to build upon it.
I think they make money out of it.
Oh, they make money. They do. Their sites, they attract some money. They attract some adverts.
Now we go, traditional media will go for sponsorship, won't get, but you see a budget there for bloggers.
For bloggers, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then what is even amazing, some of
major
them,
challenge.
some of them, because they don't wait to do editing, they don't go through any editorial discretion, anything. They are able to put it out there almost immediately, and then they tend to beat you into who is first to announce it.
The fascinating one is the Lumba. The Lumba one.
So sometimes it's worrying. I think as we are growing, as the trend is growing, we may have to find a way to regularize it or regulate it in a way by some laws or some bylaws or some rules and regulations that will minimize the impact. I mean, it's disturbing. It's very, 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 very disturbing. And sometimes we even come in the way of professionals who are supposed to go and do their work. I mean, where there's a crash and you expect the fire service, the road safety, and other persons who are trained to do their work, then you have these other people with their phones recording scenes that are not meant for our consumption. What we fail to appreciate is that these things have an effect on our psyche. It has a strong effect on our psyche, the way we feel, the way... When you wake up in the morning and you see videos like that, it affects your day.
True.
It demoralizes you. It takes away that positive energy in you and pours into you very negative energy and sometimes drains you. And so over time, we need to find a way to... I mean, luckily for us, we have laws in our Communication Act that governs some of these things, but not to the extent where we have been able to punish people for putting out some of these videos. We have seen situations where people having...
Dubai, it's has it as part of their electronic cyber crime, you know, laws. So they punish you. So the recent missile attack from Iran, there are some people who are on trial.
In fact, in Ghana, it's also the same under our cyber laws. Then the communication minister actually put it out when the unfortunate August incident happened, that people should stop sharing these things and that they are against the laws. And when you are caught, you can be punished. But the problem is with us is that it appears when it involves high-profile persons, we are quickly out there to remind people that, listen, you can be punished. But when it involves ordinary people, we don't see it as a big deal. But when we start punishing people who put these things out, even for ordinary persons, then the rest of us will remember that, no, there is a law against it, and don't go out there just putting things out there. This accident is very unfortunate. I mean, nobody could see it coming. It's a private aircraft. A reading of it shows that it usually takes two passengers, and it is mostly for some survey work, some aero survey works, and the rest. And so it's not a regular passenger aircraft. And my few scouting around the media showed some eyewitnesses said that they saw it coming down at a point. And they were even able to communicate with the pilot. They spoke, and then the guy waved back. And then suddenly it sparked again and went up, moved off a bit, and then went off. But I think the guys did quite well by moving towards the park. Whether they moved towards the park or the machine moved towards the park, it saved lives. Because imagine if you are dropped in the busy part of Tema, Community 1 for that matter.
That's Community 1.
Community 1,
Yeah,
yes.
that's Community 1.
Community 1 for that matter. We can imagine the unfortunate situation that would have had in our hands. And luckily for us, even the park, the school children were indoors at the time. My only concern is with that, when I saw the videos of the school children right now, it appears no adult was helping them out. They were running on their own. Sometimes the direction in which you run can actually escalate in the issue because you could be running into danger.
But I'm taking, even the person, the teacher,
the teacher had already run away. They had run for their lives.
It reminded me of how I was transported in a wheelbarrow from the 37 Danish Street to my house at the time in 441, where it says when some incident happened at 37 among the soldiers and they were shooting all over the place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as a stranger from nowhere just put me in a wheelbarrow and then brought me home. I was in Crete at the time. I must have been under 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so, I mean, these are children on their own, running around. Sometimes we also need to start doing some safety training in public schools and public places, so people will know what to do when there's an incident. But luckily enough, the fire service and the police responded quite early. I mean, I think the proximity of the incident to facilities around helped.
Over there, when you know the area very well, a lot of fire service.
I think they have a regional command close to where
exactly. There's a telecom office. There are filling stations all around. Yeah, it's a very busy area.
So at least I saw some police interventions. The only unfortunate thing that we saw them carried into a pickup and all that. But maybe we would have expected some ambulance or some haste on. But of course, we will expect things to improve as we move on. So unlike what happened in August, this is a bit handled much better. The only challenge is that we as human beings need to control ourselves and know that there are limits to which you go with incidents like this, because anything else could have happened.
Indeed.
There could have been further explosions. People were trying to go in there to see and to get closer and all that. Maybe the first instance was to provide assistance if perhaps there are some survivors that they could assist. But beyond that, I expected that some push, everybody should have stayed away. Because you are now interfering with the accident scene, and you may tamper with evidence and affect the investigations and how the outcome of the investigations may be. And so we need to continuously educate the public that accident scenes are not place of attraction. They are not tourist sites. They are not places that you all go and see what is happening. It is for you to stay away, because anything could happen and you can be a victim.
That's very true.
But I pray that the investigations would unravel what truly happened, what cause led to the accident, and then in the future we can prevent similar incidents from reoccurring.
As we've established, I mean, this is a school area, so what is expected to happen for children at that age, having seen what they saw? It will leave them with some trauma going forward.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think they would need some counseling, some education, something to help them overcome this traumatic incident, because they will live with this for almost all their life. I mean, I just recounted my wheelbarrow incident, so you can tell you that, yes.
But these are not things, we take seriously. Clinical psychologists this morning would have, quickly moving. GES or somebody would have said, listen, for what happened yesterday, we are giving you maybe the rest of the week or the rest of the day. So, and it's to also get your mind to relax. After that, we walk in and then talk to you that, this
some
is what happened.
psychosocial support.
Exactly. Accidents do happen. It's a normal accident that had happened. And, they know.
Particularly to the teachers.
Yeah,
but they will
then the
continue
teachers,
to live with the
exactly.
students all the time.
Sure.
So,
Once you're able to work on the teachers, they will also be able to work on their students, and then we'll move, further down to clear. But that particular area, as I keep saying, it's a very busy area.
Very, very.
Okay. And it's Telecom, Ghana Telecom, has an office there. There are a couple of filling stations all around Post office around. Nate has an office. It's a very busy area. So, and then the fire service is also just around that area. And then the police, Community 1 police, not to
16, site
16, sure. So it's a very busy area that I think that it's our human instincts again that kicked in. That something had happened. If I rush there quickly, I can go and then help one way or the other. But then there will also be some miscreants who will feel that, okay, this thing is carrying some money or some gold or something. So should I dash there early? I could also pick my spoils of war. I'm sure that is what came in.
And I said it could have been worse, just as you've described. Apart from these establishments or institutions around there, it's also a very densely populated area. Because you have site 15, 16, 17. There's that area where the Olympic man was 17 square or something. They have a name they call it. Very densely populated. And then across the road is the stadium.
Yeah, the stadium.
And then Hisense. Before you get to the harbour area. So it could have been worse. But that notwithstanding, our condolences to the families of the bereaved. We pray for strength for them. Let's now move to the matter of the recruitment into our security services. We've had news of a mass failure. A quota of 5,000, but over 500,000 applied. Yesterday, the president had cause to, announce an expansion for the intake to 40,000 in 4 years. Yes. My question first of all is, if we knew we had a quota of 5,000, how then do we leave the portal open for as many as 500,000 to apply? Only for the authorities to come back and tell us that it's only 5,000 we can take.
Was that question to me?
That question is to you, Larry.
You want me to?
Or you want to defer?
Okay.
You want to defer to council?
Yeah,
Council, why do we do this? Is it, and that what creates the impression that it's basically a money-making venture? Because I've heard arguments that government subvention may not be coming now, and the recruitment, you need money to do it, logistics and everything involved. And so the various agencies will sell forms to the tune of what we are seeing, but they know the quota that they can admit.
Let me say that there is that wrong impression being created that the forms are merely an IGF mechanism. That is far from it. I mean, I have had the privilege of sitting in some meetings at the Ministry of Interior where various agencies of the ministry present their budget, and recruitment exercises are part of the budget, and the allocations are made for it. It's not the case that because of lack of funding from government,
have the disbursements been made?
Oh, usually they would, before recruitment is done, they would have submitted a program and a budget, and then money to be allocated for it. So it is not entirely a matter of availability of funds. If you may even know, the money they pay for the forms doesn't become immediately available to the police service or the fire service or any of the agencies to immediately start using. It takes a process for it to be put together and then properly disbursed. That is not the issue. In fact, the issue is that we all need to appreciate that now and before we've had huge unemployment issues on our hands. I mean, if you had 500,000 people seeking to join police, fire service, prisons, and immigration, and these are varied people from various educational background qualification, it tells you that we really have a serious problem with unemployment on our hands. And also clearly gives us an indication that over time, the number of young people who go through schools, who go through various tertiary institutions and come out. We have several institutions now than we had before. There's been a great improvement in education, but the other side is the absorption rate into employment and then into industry is very low. And that is why we have a lot of, including have people who hold masters, wanting to join the security services. I must admit that the expectations of these young people is not wrong. I mean, some of us have heard the view that, oh, there's some entitlement mentality. This entitlement mentality did not come out of their own doing. I mean, we went out there campaigning. We went out there assuring young people of employment. And told them, even in some cases, gave them, apart from living apart from 24-hour economy and what it will give, in some cases, we even threw out some numbers and assured them of their qualification in maths and science is not, it should not be a barrier. And then suddenly they have to now encounter all this. But the truth of the matter is that if you have 5,000 slots, you can't limit it to 5,000 applicants. You have to open it up. And if you open it up, unlike the times when you sell form, you can only print a number of forms. But this is electronic.
Yeah.
And so once it's electronic, you open up as much as possible. And you can't deny other people simply because you have limited space. Let everybody have the opportunity to apply. My only concern is that you have people applying multiple. So you have one person applying for migration, for fire service and
for
prisons.
army.
Do you understand? And so maybe in the future, going forward, it will give us an opportunity to review, and maybe give one person, pay one amount, and you have.
The Ajana wants your.
Ajana too.
No, of course, people must try their options as much as possible. You can't limit them, but if there are limits to where you can have. Maybe pay a particular amount that grants you only 2 slots or 2 applications. Then you have to select 2 of the agencies you want to be with. Then it limits the number of places that you can go, and others will have the option. Because you'll be surprised, somebody may have passed in all the 4 that he applied for. Yet somebody was disqualified because the numbers could not accommodate all of them.
Right.
And so it's time for us to review and see what we can do. But I'm happy that we have a president who listens, we have a president who responds to the request and the demands of the people. I mean, the president, upon review of what has happened, gave directives that we should increase the numbers and the 40,000 over the next 4 years, which is 100% increase over the original plan. I mean, it tells you that the president, upon review of the circumstance, now appreciates that the numbers really are overwhelming. And if we have to find money, whatever the reasons are, to accommodate these numbers, why not? Let's do it.
Okay.
And I think it's very welcoming.
Find money. That's the key.
And I think it's very welcoming.
I recall the Interior Minister attributes, if like the limited quota to the impact on the wage bill of these agencies.
Oh, that is true. Obviously, you can't recruit without paying salaries. And don't forget that these are not self-fundraising agencies.
Yeah.
These are mainly generally security agencies. Any funds that they raise out of their other services is ancillary. It's not the core part of their work. But let's have some hope in the system, that the system must be at least some level of merit. Right. How do you expect to take 500,000 out of 500,000, 5,000 people without having some merit, some systems that allow you to select them through based on merit and not just based on your look or your political affiliation, your religion or other things. I mean, it should be based on merit. The only challenge I have had personally is the fact that when the aptitude test was written, we expected that once it was electronic, the results shouldn't take so long to come. Because you see, what is gratifying is to write an exams electronically, and the next 24 hours you know the outcome. You can now refocus your energy on something else. But when it takes a few more days, perhaps a week, and the results is pending, only for you to realize it a few days before that you have been disqualified, you start to think that could there be some manipulation, could there be some reasons? But I say again that because this is a new system that has been introduced, it will have its own challenges. And I'm sure moving forward, as the minister has assured, it will be improved. And it will be better than what it used to be. What I can pray for is that some people have called for a refund of the funds for the unqualified ones. What I will pray for is that they should be given an option. When the subsequent recruitment exercise is opened, the amount they paid should be credited to their account so that they don't need to buy forms again. Because imagine if you are 21 or 18 and you qualify next year for another recruitment exercise. And then because you paid and you didn't qualify, you have to pay again next year. Maybe we can have a second look at it and say, okay, those who paid this year, they have their slot and they have a code that allows them to be able to enter into the system because they are desirous of serving the nation. If they are desirous of serving the nation, they should be given the opportunity to do so without extra financial burden on them. And so let's put a word out there. And I know that there are lots and lots of our foot soldiers and party faithfuls who are expecting some favors naturally, which is, of course, it is.
We had some advocacy, and it's one of the reasons that have been attributed to the increase in number. Actually, recall that the age was increased to about 35.
Of course. So then the bracket has opened up.
So now we've opened it up to more people.
More people.
Based on concerns by some party faithful
who
are pressuring their MPs.
I agree. I agree. And I mean, the party people are also Ghanaians. They also deserve to go. And once they qualify, it doesn't matter if they are party people or not party people. Once they qualify and they are Ghanaians, they are entitled to. But I don't think that recruitment will be entirely based on party lines. It will be based on other factors as well.
True.
By being NDC or being MPP, it's immaterial. What is more material is the fact that you qualify.
Do the MPs
But
still
of
get
course,
Your quota.
their
their
quota?
quota. I don't know. I don't know. He's a former MP. Perhaps he will be able to tell us what happened under their term and if that same thing has been done here. But I don't know whether MPs have quota or not.
Because with this 500,000, I mean, where would you place the MPs quota? And who are you taking out?
That's not easy.
To jump in,
Please
with your permission. Being non-partisan.
Can you?
First of all,
Let's witness the attempt.
First of all, I cry because in other places they are begging people to join the service.
True.
They are begging people.
True.
Largely because employment is good. And let me say categorically that many of the people looking to join the service are not necessarily enthused about serving this country. It is out of circumstance of working hard in school, getting good grades, being ready to join the workforce, and nothing being available. So that is one thing. This is a huge demonstration of the fact that our unemployment in this country is troubling. We have up to the extent of medical doctors waiting at home to be placed. That is serious. Nurses 2 or 4 years back at home waiting to be employed. And this is a country where there are no beds for the sick. This is serious. So I think that our head is not screwed on well as a nation. As a nation, how we manage ourselves in terms of key employment and creating jobs, we have a huge problem. And you know, to the extent that people are joining the British Army from Ghana because there are no jobs here. People who had never seen the British flag or interested in joining anything British are going. We have people in Ukraine fighting for Ukraine. They can't speak even one word in Ukraine or Russia. And these are quite troubling for me. And I also am of the school of thought, and I say this, and I said this even during our tenure, that when you have fewer slots and you open it up, it becomes a scam. And I say this with no fear, you know. The key thing is that why sell hope to many when you know that the chances are
what's the
so
alternative
slim?
then?
Is it a lottery? As for the gaming man, he sees it as normal.
I said, what's the alternative?
I first of all, let's admit that unemployment is a huge problem in this country.
Indeed.
Is it just
You know,
a country specific?
Oh, I'm talking about Ghana. And let me also add, let me also add this key thing. First of all, even the ratio of security services to population is off. We don't have the appropriate numbers. You know, in terms of, for instance, in my constituency with over 300,000 people, the number of police men or women on the grounds is woefully inadequate. And that is one major problem. So if the president has come to that realization, nice. But 40,000 in the next 4 years, we're looking at 30 million people. Calculate. Where there's attrition to some extent, some servicemen will die. One just whether shot himself or got killed, I mean, we don't know. We need replacements. Some are retiring. We have a police hospital that has not been completed for years. It's entering into decades. How serious are we as a country? You know, the police hospital expansion.
Give me the alternative on how
I'm making my point that, listen, you have police hospital expansion sitting there. If you open that, do you know how many more nurses you can employ? Do you know how many more cleaners you can employ? I mean, these are, you know,
Yeah, but then you
things
made a
that-
point that it appears to be a scam if you have 5,000 and you open up for 5,000. So I'm asking you, what's the alternative?
And I've said that about my own government when I was in power.
I'm not talking about government. I'm talking about what's the alternative.
So my key point is that, listen, in the first place, if you're going to do 5,000, you better not exceed like 100,000.
Okay.
I mean, listen, that is ludicrous. And I think somebody should take them to court. You can't, you know, create 500,000 applicants for 5,000
slots.
That is serious fraud. Serious fraud.
can't-
You think it should have been cut off at a point?
I think that there should have been a limit in terms of 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
There was a time limit.
Frame. No, I mean, listen, they extended it.
Yes, but if you had people
let
still
me
requesting for it,
No, it doesn't make it right.
Why
Yeah,
not?
but you know how many
It
you
doesn't
can
make
take.
it right. You know,
And this is online,
and-
so the data and everything
and-
to show you how many applications you have received.
And
per
even
day.
now, let me say this, that listen, we could have streamlined. I don't know why one individual can apply to 4 security agencies. It's even not right.
Yeah, that's.
But
how
I
agree.
know that, you know, these are the systems. So why don't we have one aptitude test and then you have your preference as we choose? My first preference is immigration.
Yeah.
Second is this.
You
that,
like
that,
police.
that.
You know the
You understand?
interesting thing? They sold the vouchers to almost everybody. If you want to buy a voucher for prison service,
Yeah.
you did. For immigration, you did. However, when it came to the exams, the one aptitude test that you wrote covered everything.
Everything.
Is that so?
Yes.
That's why I say that this thing is a gaming
You-
thing.
you-
And the
you-
gaming
I
man.
didn't even
Yeah.
observe that.
Yeah, that is what happened. So there, I mean, you can't give me that.
In all of this, the key thing is that, listen, the youth want employment. And they see this as one of the gateways. And it shouldn't be so. We need to re-engineer our country so that we create jobs for the youth.
That's true.
And we need to shy away from not talking about the main issue, you know, which is people are completing school and they can't find jobs. And then in all of this too, let me admit that our Ghanaian attitudes need to change. Some people should be willing to understudy people.
Right.
You know, the old way of apprenticeship, which is lost on many of us because, you know, during the apprenticeship, the apprenticee wants to have what the Ogboro has already. And these are things that our Ghanaian attitude needs to work on. I must admit, listen, in all fairness, I've been with Chinese people, and when they start work, they are looking at the skill first before the money. I have Chinese business owners who are not looking at buying the first Mercedes. They are looking at how they can expand the business. So some of our attitudes in this country, where, forgive me, you know, the young ones or the young guns, we feel that right away we need to be at where the director for services are, without paying attention that, listen, that we need to groom ourselves and go through the mill so that when we arrive, we can make very powerful, good decisions. And apprenticeship has to be revisited. And our thinking about how we do things in this country so that we can create more jobs. And family members, I mean, let me tell you this. If you finish as a nurse,
Your parents are watching.
once you start working,
Expectations are high.
the whole family,
Yeah.
the whole family is on you.
It's a dependency.
And then you realize that your salary doesn't meet anything, and then you have to do all kinds of things. So we really have a problem in this country, and unemployment. You know, this is a symptom or a signal of the troubling times we're in for our youth who
Let
do
me
not
chip,
have
let me
work.
chip in this quickly,
Yeah.
since you stole some of my time.
Oh.
I think that over time, one of the things we need to do is to change our educational system.
Okay.
We train more and more liberal and arts people than skilled professionals. And if you watch carefully, there's even a trend in Ghana that we are not paying attention to. Now, if you want a good POP guy, he has to be a Togolese.
Yeah.
If you want a tiler, he has to be a Togolese. If you want a good carpenter, he has to be someone else. So slowly, the areas that we could have easily found work for our people, because construction doesn't cease.
Yeah.
People continue to build. We are a developing country. But our technical schools, you find people from Accra Poly, wherever Poly, telling you that I want to go to police, I want to go to prison service.
Yeah.
When indeed you have acquired skills as plumber, as a tiler, as a mason, that could easily offer you employment. And if we are not careful, all those areas that predominantly is reserved for Ghanaians will be taken over, because you can't find qualified persons who are ready to offer that. So we need to change the educational system for that skills.
I also think that, let me be a bit difficult with what you've said. In the US, you train on the job. So I must say that employers also need to look at that.
Okay.
You know, so you bring people on board and train them, and train them well, and train them hoping that 6 months' time they'll be efficient. So this whole idea of necessarily, you can be an engineer, and forgive me, when you are put in an engineering capacity, you cannot do FOCO.
A technician.
Because you need that, 6 months or 1 year training. And I am rather pushing that employers should train people well, so that they can actually do the job
Very well.
So in this country of ours, we are struggling. We are building more churches than enterprises, and these are some of our problems in this country. Where people leave work on Wednesday to go to church for, our productivity is going down. So in all of this, it's not the doing of the Interior Minister, except for the fact that our country's youth employment is off the roof. And I'm waiting to hear from the Minister for Youth and Employment to comment on this.
Wait, there's labor.
Or what is
The
it?
labor is separate.
Yes, that's
labor and
what
employment. And then there's
youth and
Whatever it is.
youth development.
youth
The youth-
development.
the youth
yes,
person.
That's
Youth development.
public.
I understand he's a fantastic guy, but I
George
think that
Opariado.
he should come out and say something and not hide somewhere.
Oh no,
This
but
is about
that-
the youth.
come
But
on.
he's doing
No,
a
I said he's a
Jumara and-
fantastic guy.
Sometimes you have to be careful not to be seen as interfering with other ministers.
No, I'm talking about,
jurisdiction.
this is
Can I say
But he's a
unemployment.
fantastic
Yes,
guy,
but
no doubt.
Larry,
Unemployment.
I need you to help me make sense of something, to understand something. So over 500,000 have applied. We have slots for 5,000.
Okay.
All
Okay.
of these have
1%.
paid
Yeah.
for it. Now we're being told over 200,000 have qualified for medicals.
105,000.
105,000. Medicals is going to cost 1,600.
Yeah.
But we have 5,000 slots.
Yeah.
Are all 105,000 going to pay this 1,600?
To one organization.
Obviously, they are going to invite you to come.
That's why it's a
and
scam.
come and go through the medicals. You get it.
Yeah.
And before you get there, you need to pay.
Right.
Before you do that. Now it is then that they would, confirm whether or not you meet the criteria.
So the payment is for the service, not guarantee of qualification.
No. The payment is for
it's
the
just
various
the
lab
service.
processes you are going
You
to
check
go
your blood
through,
pressure.
your
Yeah.
other
Your
things that
height.
you will do and all that.
Yeah.
And in Ghana, if you have hernia, you can't,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
See,
or if you've done even surgery
Surgery
before.
before.
Some things are
surgeries,
ridiculous.
yeah.
Some things are ridiculous.
The World Bank has come out to say that there's about 1.2 billion, youth, okay, that are unemployed, okay, but not just being unemployed, but then they don't have even employable skills.
And it's around the world.
Yeah, this is around the world.
Right.
And so Ghana is not peculiar in this matter. However, there's something that I think that we can do, which Dixon was alluding to. but except that he put it at the doorstep of employers. But I think it goes beyond employers to even our educational system, to parenting. Okay, parenting. Now, when we were growing up, we were told that, oh, go school, learn hard, pass well, and then when you are done, you go and get a job and come and look after the family. So you are
Victor?
Is it? So you are the family's, you know, investment.
Yeah.
The future breadwinner. Now, over the years, have we been able to meet that kind of expectation? It's becoming increasingly clear that we are not meeting that. Maybe the orientation should now also change. That listen, I mean, I am an employer. I run a newspaper. Before, I completed GIJ in 2003. I was working with some institutions, and it was more internship. And so, you know, the Mauko Somelos, you know, I had to go under them for training. And then, you know, Roberto Uso of blessed memory, and many others who will teach you journalism, editing. Oh, this story, write it this way. You can. And so by the time I got my certificate from GIJ, at least I have a certain elementary appreciation of what journalism should be. In recent times, my office is not too far away from GIJ, the Oponglo office.
Okay.
You can't get students who are dying to want to learn. You could go talk to teachers and say that, your colleagues, and say that, listen, can you get me about 4 or 5 or even 10 students? When your number is given to them, they call you, and even the approach, bro.
How much you go pay them?
I was getting there. They ask you, you know, as if they know everything already.
Yeah.
They are bloggers.
They want, listen, he can't even construct a lead. A lead is an introduction to the story, and he summarizes everything before, you know,
Journalism 101.
You know, he can't. Yet, then after intro, my, you know, so and so gave me your number, and he says you are looking for some intern. So yes. What's the nature of the stories do you look at? Then you, at that point, you have to take a deep breath. And then, you know, Bojidi, thank you. And then, you know, you tell him or her that, oh, this is what it is.
You don't take a second look at the number?
You know, so then
You curse in your head.
Then, after a while, then you tell him, you explain everything. Then, when you're done, you say, okay, so how much would you pay me? An intern,
Can you imagine?
you have just paid your fees. This is the practical side of it. Make them
We were hungry for the experience.
Yeah,
We were hungry for the knowledge.
I'm telling you. You even want to associate yourself with the media.
With the media house,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
The
with
Kwaku
the
Bakos, you know, the Kwesi Prats,
Just go
the
out and say,
Ben
I am
Epsins,
this
you
guy.
know,
Like
Harun
Favors.
Atta, you know, Egbert Favor and so on. These were guys we were looking up to back
Fortune,
then. Yeah, you know,
Alaji,
yes.
Gomda.
Yes, who? Gina Blay,
Yeah.
and all these big guys at the time. You couldn't take them for granted. Okay? I mean, I recall back in school, we were dying that, listen, you want to be associated with Joy FM, Choice FM, you know, Radio Universe, all those others. But these days, no. So attitudinally, there's a problem. But mind you, I mean, people who talk to me, sometimes I tell them that, listen, it is, you don't, at the classroom level, look for internship to do. That is one. Now, when it comes to service, when you walk into a service environment, work like a bull. Ignore the money or the perks that come with it. When you work hard, at the time that you are about exiting, your superiors will call you and say that, listen, stay on a little bit. We are going to get you something. But these are not the things that they want to listen to.
No. They're in a hurry.
They are in a hurry. So they finish the school. He has a first class, but he knows nothing. He knows nothing.
Yeah. The guy is in school, he wants to use an iPhone 17.
Yes, exactly.
If he comes to you for internship, he's using iPhone 17. And you're asking yourself, what am I doing with my 11 of
True. And you ask,
and he doesn't appreciate that.
Yeah, he
you
doesn't
are judging him, engaging that. How do you maintain this?
Yeah.
You get it. It is really, really. So they don't know anything. Now, where are you going? Am I now going to spend time to train you?
Yeah.
So these are the things that the policymakers, the politicians mainly, would have to be looking out for. I mean, I read the story about President Mahama saying that, he's increased the numbers. And I'm like, no, this is not it. This is not it. What this thing has done is to provide us, a data that how many students are we turning out yearly? Now, how many of them make it to the university level? After the university, how many of them, can be employed?
Yeah.
Now, so you see from this 500,000 people, you see people with a degree.
Yeah.
You see people with, poly.
The minister actually said it. The minister of Interior said
Okay,
that they
you
have
see
all the raw data.
You see the age, and so on. And that there is an army waiting that you can deploy into every, sector.
Yeah.
But then mainly you need to train them. What is the, the interaction between Swame Magazine and then KNUST, for instance?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the interaction between Accra Poly and then Kokompe or let's say Abosokan? The kind of knowledge that is there. These are, spare parts importers. You take the thing, and sometimes you can park the car, the engine is on, and they are fixing things for you.
Yeah.
And they are making
they can assemble there.
Yeah, they are
But
making
you
good
see,
money.
Some people have also advocated that we haven't made other skills attractive. Let me say they use the word romantic. We present them to look like dirty bush and then people who don't go to school.
Is that dirty money?
No, every money is money now.
Every money is money enough. So long as it's not coming with a crime. You get it?
Yeah.
So long as it's not coming with a crime.
Yeah, process of crime.
Yes, because at the end of the day, government goes there to collect, revenue.
Yeah. True.
No, but one of the successful people are actually the mechanics. These days, there are very good mechanics that are making better money than the rest of us.
Exactly.
Air conditioning.
And he decides when to go to work
Yeah.
and how to do it. Now, we can't be talking about investment here. We're going out there to go and bring people when we haven't put in place mechanisms to combat crime.
Okay.
You get it? Now, this thing that 500,000 people out there, all they need to do is to get frustrated. And the next moment, they become the criminals, criminals with degree.
Yeah.
More dangerous than they
More
are.
dangerous.
Let me pause you for a minute. I need to take a break here. When I come back, I'll have you wrap up your thoughts on this. But please stay with us. I've seen your messages. When we come back, we'll read them. Keep sending them in. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel One TV. We'll be right back.
DSTV means getting the TV you love, but staying connected means getting something extra. Stunning. Extra matches, extra dramas, the best local and the world's biggest. Extra laughter, music, movies, and extra vim.
I love it.
Just stay connected or reconnect and get upgraded to the next higher package at no extra cost. Charlie, we got you. Keep watching. Get more with DSTV.
Are you ready to explore Ghana? A land of rich heritage. A land alive with culture. A land of unforgettable adventures. From breathtaking landscapes to wildlife. Festivals and nightlife that never sleeps. But planning the perfect trip can feel overwhelming. Now, Everything you need is in one place. With Ghana Tourism Marketplace, you can book hotels, discover tours, rent cars, connect with expert guides, and explore destinations across the country. You can also get tickets for amazing experiences like Movie in the Park at Platinum Bay Hotel, Uncle Ebo White Theatre shows, Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park visits, and more. So go ahead, plan your journey and experience Ghana your way. Ghana Tourism Marketplace is brought to you by Ghana Tourism Development Company, your official gateway to discovering Ghana.
It's time to upgrade your viewing experience with Franco Smart Television. Enjoy full HD and 4K Ultra display for clearer pictures, brighter colors, and smarter features. From our 32-inch screen, perfect for your bedroom, to 55, 65, and massive 100 inches for your living room or office. We've got the perfect size and quality. For retailing and bulk purchasing, call the numbers on the screen or visit our website at www.francotrading.com. You can download the Franco Trading app on Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Franco Television, we've got the perfect size for every room. Franco, home of quality television.
Feel the energy and reconnect with your roots this March at the Back to Your Village Food Festival 2026. Join us for a celebration of Ghanaian culture and cuisine from all across the country. Northern, Akan, and Southern villages will all be represented. It's more than just food. It's about culture, family, and memories that last a lifetime. Let's come together this March to discover the flavors that make us who we are. The date is 28th and 29th of March 2026. Venue is the A4 Sutherland Children's Park. The time is 10 a.m. through till 6 p.m. each day. Interested vendors can register by calling 0205-973-973. The Back to Your Village Food Festival 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by Ecobank, Gino, Gidi Sheto, and Munchi Biscuits.
Yeah, welcome back. Grateful for your time. This is Breakfast Daily. We're having the news review segment. Larry Dogbe will wrap up his thoughts on the recruitment into the security services. And then I read a few of your messages and we can move on. So, Larry.
Yeah. So I think that President Mahama shouldn't have spoken about this. He should just have left it the way it is. Now, in talking, if he had to talk about it at all, he should talk about, hey, let's academia come together. Which one? The employers or industry should come together. Listen, the internship thing, okay? Let's insist on it. Okay? You don't, most of the first classes we see, they are just, raw score. It doesn't include any practical thing, whatsoever. We watch documentaries of most of the Asian countries, where kids as young as 3, 4, 5 are assembling the watches that we wear here. Others are working on the shoes and so on. We wear. But hey, what do? Raw score. So tech, University of Science and Technology. Now, one of its biggest, programs is running. It's LLB. So the science component or the technology component doesn't come. Legon has set up a department of technology and then engineering, and they are running it with Toyota Ghana. Accra Poly. I think they now have a humanities. Accounting, so and so, that and that in there. So the technical aspect of it, that is supposed to drive the industry, where your machine collapses and you can call somebody to fix it for you. We are not getting all that. And so things are not running the way it is. Most of the people who come to fix our machines, my printing machines, when it has an issue, is a very retiree. And most of them are going out of business.
Institutional knowledge.
Yes. Even their children are not interested in taking over from them.
Yeah.
Charlie, we haven't even been able to turn Newtown into a printing hub.
No.
Meanwhile, it is the printing
It is the
hub
biggest
of Accra,
thing.
the biggest.
See, my printing press at Odoko, and I'm trying to move it from Odoko to Newtown because that is the only place that
I get everything.
Yes, I can get
everything
easily and readily
available, and they work almost.
And the
24
electricity there doesn't go off, recklessly like.
And there's community security.
Thank you.
Because the boys day.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
I mean, how GIJ? I mean, are you attaching some of this to your student to printing, in those printing houses in these areas? That knowledge is being passed from generation to generation. That's how Japan did, and then they are where they are today. Germany, they are where they are today. But
imagine Kantanka being a Chinese or a German.
Well, you get it.
Yeah.
You get it. So I mean, there is trouble. There is trouble. So we will have issues like this where 500,000, people are looking out for 5,000 jobs. And like I'm saying, these are all just paper holders. And like this said, it's not about they being interested in serving the nation. They want to fight crime because they had watched Rambo or Chuck Norris or Van Damme.
On the caravan, I watched No Retreat, No Surrender.
Larry, let me make a quick intervention, please, in a very short few minutes or seconds. The intervention by the president is very welcoming. It's welcoming because you have immediate solutions and a long-term solution. What you are prescribing, where industry should sit together with academia and have discussions, this will come out with policies that would help. But you have graduates who have finished school now, who want jobs, who are applying to join the security service. And we have the need for the security services. No, we don't have, we do. Our constraint perhaps is budgetary constraints. But the present intervention is that let's increase the number. And that is very welcome because we have a blooming problem in our hands now.
This thing has always been there. You remember the YEA thing, the community police, police, youth in them, you get it. So
it's in so many different
things. Yes, it has always been there.
Yes.
The same politicians have used it. I recall Akufo-Addo saying that, listen, this is a national security threat.
Yeah.
By the time he was leaving, the solution he gave, which was the NAPCO, whatever
something.
Some
beneficiaries are still being owed.
Thank you.
But this is a regular employment,
right?
Unlike NAPCO and all the other short-term interventions. Right. And the president's intervention is to increase the number so that we can at least reduce the pressure that is being mounted on the Ministry of Interior at the moment.
Right.
Of course, you see, he has 5,000. If the president says increase the number, it means that we can have 10,000, which will mean that we can have more people give the opportunity to get into the security service. And it's a good intervention. It's welcoming. My only challenge is that we should now start.
I read a statement and I didn't understand it. Did you understand it?
It's only the paragraph that says 40,000 over 4 years.
Yes, I didn't understand
it. So it's been announced earlier on as part of the government recruitment program into the security services to have 20,000 people over 4 years.
The president should fire a lot of the retirees who are on contract extension. You free the space. That is one. You get it. Tell me that, listen, police. By the budget we did, you're supposed to do 200 officers. But because of this intervention that I'm doing, you are to do 250. Do you understand? But when you tell me that, you are
40,000
over, it communicates nothing.
It communicates a lot. It's a program. It's an ongoing program for the next 4 years, which helps in planning and preparedness into the future.
Explain,
get it. Yeah. These are institutions that have age.
Indeed.
Age.
No,
And so
it is good that you bring up the issue of overage persons who are still there. Of course, I mean there are plans.
Even the IGP himself is overage.
Yes,
Oh, really?
Even the IGP
You don't
himself
mean
is
it.
overage.
You don't mean it.
Do you
But
understand?
the president has made a U-turn on that policy. So
Yes, sack the overage people. Then we are getting somewhere.
Oh.
I think across the
Sack them.
table,
Then
we
getting
agree
somewhere.
that it's an unemployment issue.
You said something, so.
And I see a challenge with policy consistency, policy continuation. Listen, if 1D1F had worked, coupled with 24-hour economy, we would have solved this unemployment challenge.
But 1D1F wasn't designed the way it was supposed to provide some incentive to some people. Then we went around looking for old factories and old warehouses and painting
That's
them.
what I'm saying,
just
that
for
the initial communication of 1D1F,
Yes.
establishing factories across districts,
There's
across
a
the
political
country.
talk.
Yes.
And then there is
That
the
is
practicality
that is
of
where,
the thing.
and you see, these 500,000 people are products of these failed
Do you know what
policies.
they gave money to Asians, the Indians, the Lebanese, and so on. Most of them, when they took the money, they fled. He knows it.
So if this had worked,
He knows
if
it.
this
Perhaps
had worked,
we'll take it from presidential initiatives
Yes.
from Kufuor and sustain it to the next one and
Exactly.
then carry it on. And by now would have had a better internationalization program.
But you know you haven't heard the words yet. Is it the MPP people who are saying that, oh, Mahama should do this? They should do? Find out who is providing the medical testing for
Used to.
Used to.
medical
Not
testing
now.
for
It's highly likely not now.
Eh?
Medical testing for who? We didn't get that.
He said, can we move on?
But who is providing the medical, the medical examination,
can we
for the
recruitment
for the
exercise.
recruit?
Can we move
Eh,
on?
Jabi
No, we
Shiwa.
can't move on.
No, they mentioned the name. I think the ranking also mentioned the name of a company.
The ranking. Who is the ranking?
Sorry, I think Jerry Ahmed. He made mention of the name of a company.
Very well. Well, let me take a few quick messages. Good morning, Anna. Thank you and the team for the awesome work being done. I have doubts about the call from the president to increase the recruitment into the services as a short-term solution to the unemployed, untrained, and unskilled population. With attendant challenges to our financing, I am confused where this wisdom comes from. I thought our people-led parliament and expertise should have called for the productive capacity of our economy, agriculture and manufacturing to lead in this conversation with government support to key players. Please, let's move from consumption to production. Thank you. His name is Mark Sosu from Ho. Good morning, Anna, and good morning to all your panelists. Why must we even buy forms to serve our country? Most people joining the service is not for passion of the job, but rather lack of job opportunities. We all know that even the 10,000 will be the protocol slots. Hey, Eric from Tishi sent that one in. Good morning. The issue of overselling of forms needs to be addressed holistically. It's been happening in all tertiary institutions across the country. That is colleges of education, nursing training colleges, technical universities, and traditional universities. It has been a means of siphoning monies from vulnerable prospective applicants. There should be a whole policy direction on this issue. He's Dr. Adolf Oti Boache, and he says he believes the way to go is that the filing of the form should be designed such that it comes with the required qualifications so that the systems pick you automatically before payment can be done and not the other way around. Okay, thank you.
Most of your text messages are still at the fact that, okay, the numbers should go through. Yeah, we should attitudinal change.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
We need to work on ourselves.
Indeed.
The Gulf countries are employing a lot of Asians into those countries, and they are remitting close to 130, 35 billion dollars back home. And we are here. He said our nurses are unemployed, our doctors are unemployed, our engineers are waiting for government to employ them. Meanwhile, we are turning them out every now and then. What is the arrangement that we can then ship them out? And then they can bring in something that we can use to develop the country for
I think
others.
that's what we started with the nurses.
So it's just the nurses. How about the others?
The others, yeah. Good morning to you all, especially to Lawyer Lamteg, talking about the recruitment that the NPP are so much concerned in the name of Ghanaian youth to be employed. Meanwhile, these same youth were unemployed when they were doing secret recruiting. These same youth were unemployed when they sent huge amounts of money to Israel and bought a stone. These same youth were still unemployed when huge sums of money was used to dig the biggest hole in the whole in the name of building a national cathedral.
We have forgotten about it.
These same youth were unemployed when they were deducting monies. These youth were winning from their bets. I must honestly say that this government is not sleeping because of Ghanaian unemployed youth. So let's all keep praying that most of these unemployed issues will soon be a thing of the past, like the e-levy, like the betting tax, like COVID tax, and doom so. This is from Yenab Zong. Okay. Good morning. Senior Isaac Adokwe is my name. Our educational system in Ghana is problematic, but I think it's about time we empower the private sector to reduce the unemployment rate. Ghana will work again. Greetings to Lawyer Apanga and Larry. All right.
Not to me.
You know the inside.
You know, mention your name.
Listen,
It's understandable.
His part is unattractive.
It's understandable.
Okay. Yeah. Let's move on to some other matters. The former finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, is in the news again. And this time around, we're being told that he's pursuing U.S. residency. Should the man give up and come back home?
Well, this whole drama, quite unfortunate. Let me be categorical that within the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo administration, there were many ministers, and he so happens to be the only one who has stayed in, has stayed out of the country. Let me admit that his ministry was very important, especially because of the fiscal space and the Financial Management Act, which was shepherded and passed under his leadership. I would have thought that based on those guarantees or checks and balances in our system, I would have had a very strong defense and not necessarily be too worried, except for the fact that in the beginning, some of the approaches by the current administration did not bother well with all of us in terms of how they went after people. And in hindsight, I think that they went after the small fishes. They should have maybe started.
Were you in this country under Kufuor?
Oh,
maybe he says we should have gone for
my key point.
No, he says he started with small fishes.
So my key point, please, if you can hear me out. My key point is that the approach, and if Kufuor's was wrong, it doesn't mean that the NDC should do the same.
Nobody said it's wrong.
Anytime the shoe is on the other leg.
No. Listen.
But Larry, you would also agree that if it wasn't good, if we condemn it, then we should be able to condemn same now.
Wait.
I don't subscribe to the school of thought that says that because the MPP was very brutal on people in our administration. Let me even cite Nana Addo's administration, where people were stopped at the airport, manhandled, and all of those things. It doesn't make it right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Did you say that at the time?
Oh, listen.
No, did you say that at the time?
I have been. You can go and
Dixon,
check.
Ghana has changed.
You can go and check my orations.
One
of the biggest problems
far better.
my own party even has with me is that, listen, when they are doing it wrong, I say it. So my key point is that, listen, this run around, which makes it right because it's my party, is hypocritical. It is hypocritical. Listen, bail bonds or bail system being weaponized, it doesn't make it right. You will not be in power all the time. So I think that some things need to be corrected. And my key point here is that, listen, in one breath, the finance minister has very solid arguments about his life. He has only one life to live. Okay? And in another breath, the Constitution also makes it clear that he has to account for his stewardship.
Yeah.
Now, my key point here is that, listen, we all know his children are in the U.S. Now, some citizens...
Not all his children.
No, I said, his
children.
When I
One
say
of
that,
them married recently.
When I say that,
in Ghana.
when I say that, you get my point.
Did he come?
You just
No,
need.
he couldn't come.
You just need one
he couldn't.
one
He didn't
son
come.
or daughter.
Okay, he didn't.
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
you just
couldn't
need
do now, as if
one
one
son
was stopping
or
him.
daughter who's
the US.
American to file for you. You just need one. You don't need plenty. One. Uno.
Yeah.
single one. So he's exploring that. But being a resident or even American necessarily doesn't necessarily, stop you from coming back to country to answer, for your alleged malfeasance or financial crimes. Let me put it that way. So this is something that had been started long ago, and maybe it is now being brought up in the news, because it's common knowledge that once you go and your children are there or your child is there.
The man is not saying that. What you are alluding to is where he says that, listen, all things being equal. How do you say in economics? Ceteris paribus. Everything being equal. Yeah. But that is not the case now. He says that he fears persecution, political persecution. Yeah. So meaning that all things are not equal.
Oh, that is the fact.
Okay.
You let him finish. I think he should finish so that
is the fact. And listen, please.
Be like the helicopter, just land quickly.
I think that
quickly.
I'll land for you. I think that we need to be truthful with ourselves about the fact that in all of this, we've had the Opunis, which I didn't support. Okay, and I keep saying this. How Opuni's case was handled was not acceptable by many.
You didn't say this publicly during the trial.
I think we shall allow him to finish.
I think you are being a bit disingenuous. My key point here is that, listen, we've had, and I dare say that even the Airbus situation, where Mahama's character was assassinated, for us to later on find out that it wasn't so. I dare even say that the Bas Brandon issue, who would have thought that a president who can bequeath a Land Cruiser to people will make noise about him getting one vehicle? What was that vehicle?
The Ford.
The Ford. Do you get my point? Yeah, so some of these things have been ridiculous. And I would push the press and the media. We need to be very much after what is meaningful.
Very well.
Okay, and let's admit that even if he becomes resident, it doesn't stop him from still coming.
That's the question I was going to put to council. If he should
succeed, Trump is looking at rescinding people who are American citizens.
Very well. If he should succeed in securing this permanent residency, what becomes of the case against him?
Well, let me explain the legal basis for a clearer perspective. Yes, I'll make it very quick. So, permanent residence is as good as what we call the green card. It gives you the right to enter into the U.S. without a visa. And you could stay for periods without being questioned. So if you understand this, he initially...
you can work.
You can also work. He entered the U.S. with a visa. We were told that the visa was expiring in February. And so obviously, he's currently facing immigration issues regarding his continuous stay in the U.S. And so if he's able to succeed in getting a permanent resident, it means that he has regularized his stay in the U.S. as a lawful migrant in the U.S. But it does not take away the processes to bring him back to Ghana to answer to the crimes and the issues that are pending in court or before any other place. And so the impression out there that because he's applying for U.S. permanent residency, he may not be liable or may not be able to come to Ghana is misplaced, completely misplaced. For me, I think what the MPP can do and do for this country is to urge him to calm down. If MPP has anything to do at all for this country, as part of its accountability, and particularly Nana Akufo-Addo, who appointed him, should be seeking his return to Ghana. Because what are you going to tell Ghanaians? That you will put people in public office, render public service, and will not be accountable? In fact, Ghana provides one of the safe haven and most efficient judicial system that guarantees personal liberty. Are you aware that in the last 3 months or more, Ken Ofori-Atta has been in detention? If he was in Ghana, I can assure you that he would have obtained bail. For who he is, for what he may have, he would have met the bail requirement, and by now he would have been home with his family.
So he almost spent Christmas in
No. But he was granted bail. He just could not meet the bail requirement.
That is the
but
challenge.
Knowing who he is, and I'm telling you, and knowing the lawyers that are in this country and the lawyers that are available to him, he would have been able to meet a bail requirement, and perhaps by now he'll be home. And let me tell you, the legal system in Ghana guarantees you all the right as an accused person. You challenge the processes, you have the right to be heard, you can defend yourself, you can call upon witnesses. We guaranteed all those rights, and you go to, in fact, there's no kangaroo court in Ghana. And so the impression being created out there that it is a political prosecutions and that his freedoms may not be guaranteed is far misplaced. And it's an attempt to mislead the entire world and to mislead the US authorities to keep him there. Let him come home. If the MPP has anything at all to do, they should bring him home to come and account for it. Otherwise, if you come back to us to campaign, it means that if we give you any office to hold now, after serving, you won't come back to account, you will leave.
Very well. Larry, let me give you the final take on this. The man is questioning independence of the judiciary. He's tagging political witch hunt.
One of the things that the NDC accused the MPP of during the last days of the Akufo-Addo administration was that they had packed the courts from the Supreme Court, to all the way to the lowest court. Okay, and then they said, oh, they hadn't done that and all that. Indeed, if they did that, what are they afraid of? Again,
the law is the law.
So the law continues to be
today we are here.
Today we are here. Again, if let's say, I mean, these are the people for 8 years. They said they have reset the whole judiciary. What are they afraid of? What is he afraid of? But you see, that is not just it. This is a cousin of the former, not just the former president, the former Attorney General. Former Minister for Foreign Affairs, then the President of the country, who told us that they are the believers of rule of law.
Absolutely.
Okay, and a nephew of a certain former Chief Justice, Akufo-Addo. Okay, and with all that credentials, the best, finance guy, investment banker, so, who was given the mandate to manage this country's economy.
Who claimed not to draw salary.
Thank you. And years on, come and render an account of what you did.
Biblically.
Okay. At least give us a Bible quotation. Now you become what we used to sing in primary school. Zacchaeus, come down.
He's up on the sycamore tree.
Yes. I mean, you wore white. Any budget statement, he preceded it with a Bible quote.
Ends with the Bible quote.
And midway, he will use one.
Blame it on
down there.
Ananias.
Is that?
Blame it on Ananias.
Who is Ananias?
Are you blaming it on the wife?
To a point where his family, listen, we wrote that his family wanted him to calm down because whatever he was doing was damaging the family's interest. They wrote a statement. Even the president himself, the former president then, who was behind it, asking the guy to calm down because the president's reputation was at stake. He issued a statement denying the story that we had written. It's becoming clearer that the guy lied, that he was out there for medicals. That the doctors had given him an excuse duty because some of the doctors we couldn't find. Mayo Hospital, isn't it? Mayo. Thank you.
Okay.
Today it is possible.
He would know.
The next day it is kidney. Another time it is leg. I mean, it doesn't paint your party well.
Unfortunately, we will have to end it. It's 59. Unfortunately, we will have to end it. But thank you so much. Thank you, Council. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Larry. This has been the news review segment on Breakfast Daily. I am Nanatu Boate.
Watching DSTV means getting the TV you love, but staying connected means getting something extra. Stunning. Extra matches, extra dramas, the best local and the world's biggest. Extra laughter, music, movies, and extra vim.
I love it.
Just stay connected or reconnect and get upgraded to the next higher package at no extra cost. Charlie, we got you. Keep watching. Get more with DSTV.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste.
keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo kendini, ehu behia, semecha sapapadia to amame manfo. Kale Charcoal's natural ingredients, ene bomb se ho ban, e mane swing, ne sanso mama hoto so e wo bedwam.
Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kale Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kale, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Jinya pata mobaminole. I'm about to remilolo. Ashino kubeli bashe what say just one more papa.
Osmolelo.
Me twin jolly came down.
Twin jolly. Yeneke shiane.
Shiane. Mo fun yo mi.
Feel the energy and reconnect with your roots this March at the Back to Your Village Food Festival 2026. Join us for a celebration of Ghanaian culture and cuisine from all across the country. Northern, Akan, and Southern villages will all be represented. It's more than just food. It's about culture, family, and memories that last a lifetime. Let's come together this March to discover the flavors that make us who we are. The date is 28th and 29th of March 2026. Venue is the A4 Sutherland Children's Park. The time is 10 a.m. through till 6 p.m. each day. Interested vendors can register by calling 0205-973-973. The Back to Your Village Food Festival 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by Ecobank, Gino, GD Shito, and Munchie Biscuits. Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensah this week for part 2 of our conversation on how to start with nothing with his guest, Professor Joseph Asafo-Edu.
Hello, dear friend. I welcome you to Lifeline. I am Fred Crunchy Mensah, your host. Here, Odisika Brantier, and then Minitro. I used to be there, I am here. Practical ways of starting, Prof.
Great. Thank you, Bishop. To people, how do you drive forward if you constantly keep looking at the rear view mirror? You're moving forward, and yet you're looking into the rear view mirror. You can't move forward. So the first principle, practically, is make every effort not to prioritize the loss. Deprioritize immediately. Don't let that be at the forefront of your mind.
Make a date with Lifeline at 10 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday only on Channel 1 TV.
This Easter, as homes fill with laughter, shared meals, and love, pause for a moment and remember a child who has no one to celebrate with. Across Ghana, children in selected orphanages are hoping for care, hoping for comfort, hoping for kindness. You can be the reason a child smiles this Easter. Support the Easter Orphan Project 2026. Your donation in cash or in kind will provide warm meals, clothing, school supplies, and essential care for their well-being. Send your mobile money donation to 0550-900-006 or write a check in the name of the City FM Foundation. You may also bring your donation to Channel 1 TV in Tesano, Accra, Ghana. You can donate milk, sugar, rice, toys, books, or detergent. For more information, visit www.citynewsroom.com or call 0550-900-006 or 0302-226-013. The Easter Fund project comes off on Monday, 6 April 2026 and is powered by 97.3 City FM with support from Channel 1 TV. This Easter, let your kindness light up a child's life.
It's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV, and my name is Chris Carter.
Well, I am Nana Tufo-Boateng.
Yeah, and as we all know, Nana Tufo-Boateng started off the show with some politics, and he and his panel discussed things shaping up the country. But right now, we are going to be going to other things from now till 11 a.m.
Indeed, and it's a big day for the agric industry. It's a big day for agric business and local agric business, because there's something major happening here in the capital. And we'll be taking you there, of course, briefly to bring you sights and sounds from them. Ordinarily, you find Philip Nilate sitting here, but today I have taken over from him because he is out there to bring us the real pictures of what is happening regarding this fair. And what fair am I talking about? It's the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026. Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026. And this is, of course, under the auspices of the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Agribusiness and the Ghana Exim Bank. So this morning, exhibitors have assembled at the Independence Square. We like to call it a Black Star Square. And they'll be showcasing or displaying some wonderful agric technology, agric machinery, agric services. And for all interested persons looking to enter the agric value chain at whatever point, this is the one-stop shop for you to patronize this fair, to abreast yourself with some of the technology, the equipment that is on display. So you might just want to make your way to the Independence Square, the Black Star Square, for the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026. The theme for the fair is transforming agribusiness through local innovation and technology. Transforming agribusiness through local innovation and technology.
An exciting thing is that it's going to be running from today to the 19th of March 2026. So if you can't make it today, you can still make it tomorrow, or you can still make it the day after tomorrow. So it's going to be exciting, and I'm really excited for the agricultural industry right now. And this is not just about the kind of agriculture we know, but a lot of innovations, a lot of tech innovations that have come to join in the agri-industry. And definitely, like Nana said, if you are interested in the agri-industry, this is where you have to be. And of course, there are some exciting guests that are going to be coming through.
Yeah, of course. The opening of the fair will be conducted by His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama, of course, with support from the Minister in charge of Trade, Industry and Agribusiness, Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, and the Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank, the Honorable Sylvester Adinam Mensah. So yeah, there's a lot to look out for. And just a few moments ago, we were discussing unemployment and the fact that over 500,000 people wanted to enter into the security services. Imagine branding agriculture as the poster boy for employment in Ghana. And this is one of the things that such a fair seeks to do. And so it's important that we all patronize this fair. We learn about agric innovations, agric technology, agric input, and of course, all the many ways that we can enter into the agric value chain to, one, make a livelihood for ourselves, and then also to promote the Ghanaian economy. Right.
Yeah.
So Philip is there at the Independence Square now. So let's go over and speak to Philip. Let's find out what's happening. Are we ready for the fair this morning? Good morning, Philip.
Good morning, Nana Tufo, and good morning to you, Chris Carter. Ordinarily, I would be in the studio with the two of you, like Tufo said earlier. But we are trying to paint the picture of a lucrative agricultural sector that we are getting a lot more people to get into. And like you said earlier, we are at the Black Star Square where the Ghana Agrotech Fair or 2026 Fair is actually happening. And like you also said that the president to be here, the Trade Minister, Elizabeth Ejari, will also be here. And also, as under the auspices of the Ghana Exim Bank, the Exim Bank CEO, that is a Sylvester Mensah, will also be here for the opening of this fair, which is going to be a 3-day fair, starting from March 17 to March 19. But as we want to get better understanding of what is going to happen here, joining me is the head of corporate affairs and also member of the planning committee, our own Salom Adonu, who is joining us here to let us understand what exactly is going to happen here, how many exhibitors at least we are expected to have here, and also the kind of experience these exhibitors are going to get. And if you are watching us, what you would get here if you should come here and also participate in this Ghana Agrotech 2026 Fair. Salam, good morning.
Morning.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm very good. How are you doing too?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I like your suit.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
First of all, the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026 is happening. Something we've been pushing or you've been advertising for a very long time on TV. Today is a D-Day. What are the expectations?
Well, we expect that the exhibitors who are here will have the opportunity to show to the world what they've been able to do, what they've been able to manufacture. It's actually a fair for locally manufactured machinery and agro-processing equipment. The real essence of this is to create a strategic platform for innovators, manufacturers, technology people in the agribusiness space to interlink. So we have researchers here, we have financial institutions here, etc. All these groups I mentioned are very key in the value chain. So if you have an equipment, you may not have funding to scale up. So the financial institutions are here. They may look at it. You can have a conversation with them. They may design products for you. So that's exactly what we're doing. We have farmer groups who are attending this event as participants. When they come and they see the agro-processing equipment and machinery and tools here, they will see, and then it will be explained to them how these can help them do better or be more efficient farmers and add value to their produce. So it's a very important fair. I mean, to the extent that we've always spoken about adding value addition to our produce. This fair will show to the world equipment and agro-processing tools that Ghanaians have made to help, add value to the raw produce. We've spoken about not exporting our produce raw. This is where it begins. This is where the rubber really meets the road, to show to people that Gratis Foundation, for example, Masses, engineering, all of these people do very, very interesting and important equipment or agro-processing machinery, which can help, add value to our produce. And at Exim Bank, the mandate really is to facilitate trade, international trade, is to assist in industrializing the country. So that is the process. So we see the machinery here. We'll bring people, farmer groups, etc. from across the country are coming. They will see them and they'll see what they can do with them. So that when they get their produce now, instead of selling them raw, some of them may want to go into processing, or processors will come and see the machinery we have. This is ours, and this is what we must encourage. When you go to countries like China, Korea, etc., we go there to buy machines. Yeah. This is how they started. And we think that this platform is so crucial and it's so important that we provide this platform for our local manufacturers so that they can also begin to show to the world what they have. They have a lot of things, but nobody's looking at them.
Beautiful. So as we are showcasing to the world what our local manufacturers have, which patrons are we expected to be here? Individuals, companies, or how is it like?
So, I mean, everybody's invited. It's a fair, it's a public fair. Farmers, the general public, students, researchers, everybody is invited, you know. But here we have financial institutions, like I mentioned. We have research institutions, CSIR, the National Research Fund. You know, some of the universities are here, KNUST, UDS, Hope Technical University. A lot of them are here, like Boba Technical Institute. Those institutions that have something to show, they are all here. Farmer-based organizations are coming. They are coming as participants. Yonkodo, Farmers Group, a lot of them are coming. So it's open to the general public and everybody is invited. We have over 120 exhibitors here. They all have something to show and we want to encourage them to continue to work hard so that, you know, we can also be proud of what our people are manufacturing.
Today is the grand opening. We are expecting some dignitaries who would come here and we will do the opening. If you can take us through what the lineup is and the dignitaries they are expected to come here for the grand opening of the fair, which is a 3-day fair.
So the primus inter pares, the president of the land himself will do the official opening. Once the president is moving, he moves with a lot of important people. So a lot of these people are going to be here. The Minister for Trade, who is a sector minister, will be here. Obviously, Sylvester Mensah, who is the chief executive of the Ghana Exim Bank, will be here. A number of other important dignitaries will be here. People from academia, etc., will all be here. So once the president is moving, he moves with a lot of people. And you can expect to see many ministers of state, MPs, and all of those people here.
And finally, before because you have to go and take care of other things, I'm sure that if someone comes here to learn and all that, it's going to boost the agriculture sector. But is this something, this is the maiden edition, after this, what next for Ghana Exim Bank or the partners that supported in planning or putting together this particular fair?
So the hope is that this will continue. This is the very first one. So a lot of effort is gone into it. We hope that after this is done, now the exhibitors will see the value that this will bring to them. And so next year we'll continue doing it. We hope to keep doing it till it becomes the place where everybody will want to be. Like I said, we have a mandate to showcase this to the world, to improve technology and to enhance or ensure industrialization. This is one of the very few steps, or one of the first steps we have in that direction. It's our thing and we have to do it. As a people, we have to project our own. We have to ensure that what they put out is good and is known by people. So R&D is important. One of the things we keep telling them is R&D is important. You showcase, of course, you have the general technology, or you have it, but it can improve. So that's where R&D comes in. That's why the research fund is here. CSIR is here, a lot of those people. So there'll be those interlinkages. And one of the features of this is that we have a seminar where we'll be where experts will be taking people through green farming, vegetable, etc., smart farming, how you can use digitalization to improve your farming. So you can be in Cape Coast, your farm is in Accra. There's a way you can use digital tools to trigger or start an irrigation process, for example, on the farm. We'll explain all of these at the seminar, and we'll show to people, or we'll signpost people to where they can get some of these. And in fact, it's a beautiful.
Is the seminar free?
But the seminar is free.
I have to join.
Everything happening here is actually free.
Oh wow!
Everything happening here.
You need not to pay anything to be here and learn.
Everything happening here is free. Like
Except
I said,
for the fact that you want to buy a machine.
Yes. Of course, if you want to buy a machine, now you have to prepare. So it's a platform we have deliberately created to help Ghanaian manufacturers and all those people put out what they have. So everything here is free. Everything here is free.
Thank you so much, Salom. Grateful for your time. Salom is part of the planning committee for the Ghana Agro-Tech Fair 2026, and he's also the head of corporate affairs or corporate communications here at the Ghana Exim Bank. Trust me, we are about to enter to bring you what is happening in there for you to understand what exactly the exhibition is about. We speak to some exhibitors and try and let you understand what they have. Like Salom also said, it's free. It's free of charge. So if you are in your office, you are at home, you're a farmer, you are in the agro-tech space, and you actually want something, this is the time you would have to come here and get yourself that machine or get to pick that knowledge, which is very important. Expected is the president of the day to come in here and also officially open the event. And trust me, this fair, like Salom said earlier, is organized by the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, the Ghana Exim Bank, as part of efforts to accelerate the industrialization, promote export development, and position technology and innovation at the heart of Ghana's agricultural transformation. So this is a 3-day event, which is the Agrotech Fair, which has been held under the theme transforming agribusiness through local innovation. Transforming agribusiness through local innovation and technology. This will showcase locally developed agricultural machinery, agro-processing equipment, and emerging technologies aimed at improving productivity and strengthening value addition within the sector, like Salom made mention of the other time or not long ago. So here we have Masses Enterprise. Okay, let's speak to you, sir. Your name?
My name is Mark Homeku.
Mark Homeku.
Mark Homeku.
Homeku, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
From Masses Homeku Engineering.
Okay. Tell us what you do.
We are the manufacturers of food processing equipment, like the corn mill, flour roller, bakery equipment, cassava processing equipment, poultry feed equipment. Here are some of our machines over here.
I want to see them because I've seen the old ones that we normally use that you put your hand in, like this one when you go to grind.
For this machine, for instance, is the granite
peeling machine. Wow.
Assuming you see Graphic and Times, how you make.
Yes.
You see the woman, if they want to go into large granite paste, they suffer a lot. So we've come out with some technology to design a machine for them which can peel the granite for them easily. It can peel more than so many tons a day.
Wow.
Yeah, more than 10 to 20 tons a day, so that they can go into the granite paste.
This is locally manufactured?
Locally manufactured right here in Ghana and in Ashaiman.
Wow. In Ashaiman?
In USA, United States of Ashaiman.
Ashaiman. This is interesting. So this one is also what?
This is a cassava grater.
Okay, so
you can easily see how it is.
Okay, maybe the cameraman would have to get close to it so that we can see what is inside. So this is the cassava grater.
This is a cassava grater.
Stainless steel cassava grater. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So
is this self-feeding type? Yeah, there is no need. The local one, formally, you have to be pushing into. For this one,
so you just put the cassava inside and you are good
to go. Put the cassava inside, you are good to go. This is for 2 tons per hour.
So how much is this one?
This one is around 25,000.
Oh, that's okay. Because once it's going to help you do your job, you'll be able to.
This
one is also
palm oil processing machine.
Okay.
That palm paste.
Palm paste.
Palm paste. This does palm paste and palm oil. That Nkulenu palm paste.
Oh, okay.
This is the type of machines they use. Yeah. So we design it both electricity and engine. We will be demonstrating it whilst as time goes on.
Wow. Yeah. So this one is for the...
This is the engine. Where there is no electricity, you use the engine. But when there is electricity, there is electric motor underneath.
Just connect.
You just connect and you are good to go.
Wow. So what is this one?
This is feed mixer, for animal feeds. Yes. We have the grinder, you pour in your raw materials over here, the maize, soya bean, cake, everything over here. Then it moves from here into the grinder. It grinds with itself by itself, send it into the cyclone automatically. And you are good to go. You get within 30 minutes, you have to discharge your feed. Within 10 minutes, it has to finish grinding 11 bags of maize.
11 bags of maize?
50 kg.
Wow. And for how long has Masses been in existence?
We have been in existence for so long. Yeah. Masses and Homeku engineering have been during the 70s.
70s?
Yes.
Okay.
It was started by my grandfather, and my grandfather passed on, and it passes through my father, and my father also is no more. Wow. And
you are taking over.
Yes.
Beautiful.
With my junior brothers.
That's nice. Family business. So now, what I want to ask you is that we have all the machines in Ghana so far as agriculture is concerned.
Yes.
So what will be your word to viewers who are watching, who ordinarily will think of, I have to travel out of the country before I can get what I need to use to improve my farming on my land or in my space?
Okay, viewers all over the world, we have best engineers in Ghana. Example, if you go to outside country to buy the machines, they are not strong like the one we manufacture here in Ghana. We understand what we do in Ghana. If it gets spoiled, you buy the foreign one and it gets spoiled. We are the same people, you bring them to us for us to repair. So kindly purchase made in Ghana machines. Unlike the Chinese ones, you bring them to the system, it feels you come and rely on the locally manufactured one. You could see some of.
Okay, so let's go in. I think you have a lot more in here. Okay, so okay, so you have a wheelbarrow.
We do wheelbarrow. We do fruit juice machine. We do fruit juice.
So this is for large scale production.
Yes, medium scale production. This is for fruit juice. This is soya milk machine.
Oh wow!
You soak your soya bean for some time. You pour it inside. Then the chaff comes out from here. The milk also comes from this side. Yeah. My cornmeal is on the way coming.
Okay, definitely we'll come back again and check what you have here again. So far as the cornmeal is concerned.
Yes.
So there you saw it for yourself. The granite peeling machine, the stainless steel cassava grater. We also have the animal feed mixer grinder and other ones that you can get for masses. Okay, so that is Homeku and Masses Enterprise. That is it. We have other vendors really coming in, but this is also an interesting one that we will look at: hydroponics and agri-tech. Let's speak to you, sir. Your name, sir?
I'm Harry Bernard Reiter.
Okay, so what do you do here at hydroponics?
Okay, so at hydroponics and agri-tech, we do everything agri. So from production to sales and conversion of agricultural waste as well. So we do produce, and then we do post-harvest, and then we do the conversion so that there is no waste.
Wow, conversion of agricultural waste. Take us through, what was the process like? What do you convert it into?
So any agricultural product, the waste we can convert. So these ones you see are rice husk. Rice, when we do the rice milling, the husk that comes off, we convert the husk without oxygen. We convert it into a product called biochar. And then out of that we make fertilizers out of the biochar. So the raw biochar, this is raw biochar. The raw one, we use it for soil amendment. So you can use it for your galamsey soils, you can use for acidic soils to amend the soil. The fertilizer is used to do normal farm production. So you can grow vegetables, you can grow maize, you can grow rice.
I can see some, is it catfish or?
Yes, so here is an aquaponics setup. So when we talk, it falls under the family of hydroponics. Under
hydroponics, so you have hydroponics, but aquaponics falls under hydroponics. Okay.
Hydroponics is the big one, the broader one, where you don't use soil. So it's basically growing without soil. All our production here, as you see, is without soil. So we don't have anything growing here with soil.
So if it's growing without soil, how then do you grow it?
Okay, so if you take aquaponics, this is combining aquaculture and hydroponics. So you see that there is fish in here. The fish feeds. Normally you would then ease yourself into the water. So every fish farmer knows that at least every 3 days you have to drain the water and replenish it. So we are throwing out this water. But this water is very rich in nutrients. So what we've done is that we use the stones, and it can be different media, to filter, and then there are some bacteria inside that would convert the ammonia into nitrite and into nitrate, which is what the plant takes.
Wow.
Then the plant takes this one. So here we grow tomatoes here. This is spinach. And we grow, basically we've used it to grow almost every crop.
In large scale?
Yes, in large scale.
So let's go to this one.
That is using the fish to feed them.
Okay.
Now we come to the hydroponics as it stands. That is pure water.
I was
So
in
this
Singapore and I noticed that they were doing something like this.
Yes, so this is pure water. So you see water that we mix nutrients, what you call fertilizer. There are specialized fertilizers we mix inside, and then we produce from here. So this comes, so from the nutrient tank, it comes to the pipes, and from the pipes, it returns back to the nutrient tank. So it recycles, and that is how it grows. With this model, what we try to do is, from nursery, normally your nursery will take 21 days. So after your nursery, you transplant up here, depending on your volume. So for commercial, if you have somebody, a small farm, selling like 60 heads of lettuce, what you do is that the first week, you transplant here. The second week, you transplant the next 2. The third week, you move the first 2 you transplanted down here. The fourth week, you move it here. By 4th week, this one will be ready. So then it becomes a cycle. Every week you'll be harvesting 60 if you take this stand. So this stand will give you 60 heads of lettuce every week once it's fully transplanted. But we start from up and we move it down and the cycle continues.
And actually, it's a lettuce that we use for our burger, so you should have it at the back of our mind.
So
I use it for a lot of things.
It can grow basil, it can grow pak choy, it can grow so many other leafy vegetables. This is spinach. So you can see the spinach in there, and very soon it will run all around it.
For how long have you been doing this?
Since 2017.
2017. And how has the patronage been like? Because now that we are seeing that we can do a lot more of these things in Ghana.
The uptake of hydroponics was down. People were just interested but home garden, but now it's picking up where we're seeing a lot of people showing more interest. And people find it safer. This uses less water. So with this one, you just need a drum of water, and that will be doing your lettuce for you.
You are good to go.
You are good to go. And it's not labor intensive. And that's one of the reasons why we do hydroponics, to attract the youth into agriculture. People will not want to go and do your normal cutlass and hoe agriculture. This you can do. You can actually have this urban garden. As it stands here, this can give you 60 heads every week.
Wow.
If you want to scale, you can add more to it, and then that be the multiplier. We normally use this as post-nursery, and then the cycle continues. So you can have multiples of this. You can have 5 of this with 1,000 liters of water, and that is for a 4 month. And then when you finish, you top it up.
Your name?
Harry Bernard Reiter.
Harry, thank you so much for your time, and you should come here. You should come to the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026, and you will learn a lot, because there are a number of things we are doing in Ghana that ordinarily you wouldn't see on TV, or you wouldn't hear of them, but we have a lot of production going on. So we will still show you more of the things that are happening here, speak to some of the exhibitors, find out from them what exactly they are doing. They are manufacturing it in Ghana. Here we have Fred Kweku Ventures. So Fred Kweku Ventures. Good morning, sir. I trust you are doing well. Yeah. Okay, so we should speak. Okay, your name, sir?
My name is Bashir Abdullah.
Okay, let us understand what you do here at Fred Kweku Ventures.
Yeah, we manufacture machines like cassava graters, hammer mills, multi-purpose extractor juice machines.
This one, extractor juice?
Yes.
It's very huge.
Yeah. This is multi-purpose extractor juice. Ginger, lemon, orange, pineapple, apple, all the carrot, everything you want to use it, you can use it.
You can use this one?
Yes. It's multi-purpose.
So the juice enters, yeah?
It enters from this side.
Okay, that's where you put them.
That is where you put this thing. This is an inspection.
Okay.
Yeah, so that you can inspect it to see if what is happening in there. So from there, there's a crusher here that will crush any hard product that you put it. To crush it to a certain level, then it will come from the extractor. Then the juice comes from this place.
This place?
Yeah, the juice comes from this place.
That should be some large quantity of juice that is good to
come. It's very. And then the taps come from this place.
Ah, wow. So the juice comes from here, the trash comes out of this place. Okay. And for how long have you sort of this particular product and now you've manufactured it and we have it in Ghana?
Well, we tried for a long time, and then we tried, and then we failed, we tried, we failed, until we come to this, the conclusion of this. Even the space even here is too small.
It's too small. You have a lot.
We have to put up from pineapple to what do you call it, to boiling to filling.
Wow.
Yes.
And Fred Kweku Ventures, where are you located?
Agbogboshi.
Agbogboshi here in Accra. Yes. And for how long has the company been in existence?
More than 30 years.
30 years. So what informed your decision to be part of this fair, to exhibit your product or to exhibit your equipment?
Well, we want to exhibit the product for people to see what we are doing. Maybe you don't know that this kind of like us.
I actually didn't know.
Yeah, so that is why we are exhibiting. I think you understand me.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes.
So aside this one, you have other ones too in there. Let's check these ones, the ones that you have here.
A mobile cassava grater. You can take it to the farm. Everywhere you want to go, you can take it and then you go.
Wow, it has a tie.
Yeah.
So you can easily move it.
You can easily move it around. And then we have a palm fruit digester for those people doing, what do you call it, food. You know, food for the restaurant, and that's them to be pounding the palm fruit. They are suffering. So we make something small like this for them to be doing it. And then we have a hammer mill.
This one what?
This one is hammer mill. Okay. This one is it grinds a dry product into powder. And this is the smaller one, and this is the other. And we have a very bigger one. Yes, that is why I'm saying, this thing is too small. So we can exhibit some of the distance. And then you can see the pictures over there.
Wow. So you can see the pictures there, and that tells you that they have a lot more. Thank you so much for your time. We are still trying to pull a lot more people to come and see what you have here. And this is Fred Kweku Ventures, and trust me, I'm actually amazed. They have a number of things here that we are actually working on in Ghana to help your business and so you to also help agribusiness become very lucrative, for it to become very attractive in this country. Now we've moved from Fred Kweku Ventures, which is actually located in the Greater Accra region and specifically at Agbogboshi, to Hawk Engineering and Innovations. Let's speak to you, sir. Your name?
My name is Corey Dikru Hawkman.
Oh, Hawkman. Yes, so are you the owner of the company?
Yes.
You are the owner of the company?
I am the brain behind it.
You are the brain behind it. Tell us, what do you build or manufacture?
Okay, so Hawk Engineering is just a Ghanaian-based company that produces machines for agric and food processing. We have machines such as soap-making machines, juice extraction machines. So this is a charcoal briquette machine. This machine, for instance, can turn sawdust into charcoal, coconut waste into charcoal. So we have a machine for making gari like this one. Yeah, so we want to ease
cassava flakes.
Yes. So we want to ease the pressure on farmers and also to help food processors to scale up their production. So with this machine, there's less labor and it's able to produce more. We have machines too for feed processing. People who are into animal feed, Ghana, sometimes you'll be like, Fulanis, and people are fighting. No, we have machines that you can confine your animals and produce their own feed and can even boost, the meat and even for milk. We have machines. This machine, for instance, it's a planter. It's a seed planter. So this one, our fathers who are farmers, they are not supposed to be using wood or stick to plant. So you pour your grain here. This is demarcated according to the right dimensions. This one too is a fertilizer applicator. We use this to apply fertilizer to the crops on the field. So these are just few of the things we have. We cannot bring everything. We also train people like these young ones. They are all my trainees. We are trying to impact, with the knowledge that we have, the little one that we have, we are trying to impact the young ones so that maybe if we are not there,
they can take over.
They can take over. Because in Africa, I think Africa is a growing continent and there's so much potential. The potential is so great that I think Africa will be great, especially Ghana will be great. We want to impart and give the knowledge to the young ones so that they can also push it harder.
Wow.
Yeah, sure.
So we're actually coming to you live from the Independence Square. Maybe you've been watching for some time and you're asking yourself where you can come and get the experience or see it for yourself. It's here at the Black Star Square in Accra. This is the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026, and we are moving to other places as well. But for how long have you been in existence?
For 10 years now.
10 years. You are doing a good job. You are doing a good job. But where are you located?
We are Kaswa.
Kaswa.
Yes.
Okay. So come to the Hawk Engineering and Innovations, see for yourself, or you can actually go to Kaswa where they are located and see for yourself what they have. They have a number of things. I'm actually amazed. One of them is what can actually process cassava flakes. The cassava flakes, we all know, that is the gari that we rely on it for our eba, for our soakings, for every meal you can use cassava for. So that was Hawk Engineering and Innovations. So now we are moving to, yes, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and we'll see what they brought here as an institution, what they are exhibiting, and what they have for us as Ghanaians. Hello, sir. Your name?
My name is Dr. Bismarck Chi.
And you are from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Sciences. What do you do there?
Okay, I'm a lecturer at the university.
So what did you bring here today to exhibit?
Okay, so we brought the KNUST naked neck chicken. That's a special crossbred using the grading up system. And we also have a cassava, grater here. We have a biomass maize dryer. We also have a hammer mill. We brought palm nuts, we brought maize, we brought oranges, we brought a hermetic bag. In fact, we brought so many things. We even brought a moisture meter. Yeah, all produced from KNUST.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. And I'm just, what are you using the palm nut fruit? What are you using it for?
Okay, so with this one, we are looking for investors who are willing to maybe purchase some of our palm nuts for production of palm oil and those stuffs. Because people have been buying palm oil from Malaysia and there's
and it can be produced in Ghana?
Yeah. So we produce this in large quantity, commercial purpose.
Wow. Yeah. Interesting. For KNUST, it's easy for us to find. So we will definitely come to your school and come and learn more from there. Thank you so much for your time. Grateful. So here is Ho Technical University, of course. It's an institution that you will learn a lot from when you go there. Let's understand from them what they have and why they are part of this particular fair, which is the Ghana Agrotech 2026 fair. Hello, sir. Your name?
Hello, I'm Jonathan.
Nice one. Nice meeting you, Jonathan. So, what is Ho Technical University bringing here for the exhibition at the fair?
All right. So, Ho Technical University, as you know, we are a technical university, and as part of our activity, as part of the departments we have Agric Engineering Department, and we have Agro Enterprise or Agricultural Sciences Department. And so as part of those two departments, that is what is being represented here. We have the machinery that we are displaying here. The other one is the potato harvester.
Potato harvester?
Yeah, we have a potato harvester. This is fabricated, manufactured in Ho Technical University. And then we have the plastic mold layer. You know, those that do the pineapple farms, they usually lay plastics before even planting. This machine lays the plastics. Yes. And then also, as part of Ho Technical University, we have a center that we call Center for Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Technology Transfer. As part of that center, we take in staff, we take in students, take them through incubation processes. Then they are able to come out with their products.
Is it still being led by Sir Harrison?
Exactly. Oh, you know Harrison.
I know Harrison. Harrison was my entrepreneurship lecturer when I was in Ho.
Harrison is still in charge. Harrison is still in charge. And so, as part of that center, Harrison came out with these products. And so we have the red cocoa wine on display here. We have the white cocoa wine, we have cashew wine, and then the star of the day, we have the baobab wine. Now, whole technique, on the normal, baobab takes between 20 to 30 years before it starts fruiting. And so one day, one professor was listening to a video conversation from Nigeria, and the guy was saying that baobab cannot be cultivated, and that became a challenge for our professors within the agricultural science department. And so what they did was to take the baobab, research it, and at the end of the day, they were able to reduce the gestation period from between 30 years to 25 to between 2 to 3 years. Oh, wow. And so when you see the tree on the pull-up banner, it's just as slow as a normal mango tree that is beginning to fruit. So as you can see it there, it's fruiting. And you know the benefits of baobab. We use it for food, and then it's able, you are able to use baobab to reduce multi-dimensional poverty. So food, nutrition security, climate change, climate mitigation. Baobab is able to withstand harsh climate. That is how come it's able to do well up north within the savanna region. So health, economic, all of them. So Ho Technical University is domesticating baobab, and we currently have plantations that we are planting within the Upper West region and then also within the Volta region.
So if you come for the fair, ensure that you are actually looking out for what is here at the Exali. I want to say a very good morning to Professor Honyanuga, who is the Vice Chancellor of Ho Technical University. Thank you so much. So that was Ho Technical University. Let's still enter and still speak to a lot more people and still see what they have here for us. And this is interesting. I'm seeing something very nice here. That is Dabopa Technical University. And they are actually trying to get something interesting here. But you were saying something. Okay, your name?
Mariama Mahama.
And you are with the institution? Okay, so
In fact,
what?
As a matter of fact, I'm the principal of the institute.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So what did you come here to exhibit or show to the world that you are?
We came to show to the world our contribution towards reducing unemployment. We're working with the young people and we have so many inventions as you see displayed here. We have the tractor with its implements to help reduce the labor in our agricultural sector. It comes with the planter, the boom sprayer, as well as the plow. So with this, our farmers can now go into farming without necessarily using hoe and cutlass. We have several technologies. And
like this one.
This is the hydroponic system. Yes, it's supposed to help us grow healthy vegetables to add to food security and also eat healthy. This is a generator that's a hybrid. It can work with the solar power, solar panel, as well as the national grid. So as and when which is available, we make use of that. It's supposed to power our smart incubator, egg incubator, as well as our smart dryer. We lose most of our produce to post-harvest losses. So we have come here with this model to see how we can scale it up to dry our produce when we harvest, so that we don't lose our produce after going through all the labor of producing. We also have a truck. This is just to say that our young people have the skills. Let's invest in them, let's support them, and they will give us many solutions.
By the students of the institution.
Indeed. Right from the scratch, we go and get the metal plates, they come, they do their suspension, they do the parts, they do the engineering bits, and we have it this way. The tricycle, this is an e-bike, an electric bike.
Electric
Yes, back in school we have many of the fuel-powered bikes. So we are now trying several technologies to see which is more user-friendly, more eco-friendly, and what have you. So this is one of such.
So yes. I've seen some fabric there, or you have some outfits and all that. Yeah, the same thing. Yeah. Yes.
We produce them in our school, and engineering companies come in to buy them for their use. These are also duvets. We partner with our hoteliers in Tamale. Our objective is to change the duvets from the Western-made to African-print duvets. We are working with Nima Avenue, and he's patronizing them, and the customers are happy with that. We also have the safety gear. We believe that in the engineering space, safety is paramount, and we want to start it right in the home. There's wisdom in the saying that charity begins from home. You see, all my learners are safety compliant. So we produce for many companies to come and buy, and when our learners produce, we pay them as students.
So that's actually produced in...
Yes, produced in the Bokwa Technical Institute.
Yeah, so that's what you can see there, yeah.
These are African prints.
Yeah, the African prints that we can also see there.
Yes, so our fashion young people are always engaged, and that is why I made my introductory remark that we are here to contribute to reduce unemployment of the young people in Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And if you come here, make sure that you are visiting the stands of Dapopa Technical Institute and try and learn more here about this particular place. Okay, so they also have this one, which is very interesting.
The planter and the plow. Yes. All this at the pre-tertiary level. We are a pre-tertiary institution. We are not a university. Yes.
Interesting. So come here and you can get it for yourself. We are coming to you live from the Black Star Square, where the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026 is happening. We've visited a number of stands, and it's so clear that we have a lot of things that can be done here in the country to, one, end unemployment, to make the agric space very attractive or lucrative for the young ones to really get into, because we've moved away from the traditional ways of doing things to technology or data-driven agri space. So let's see what they have here. Interesting one. I can see this very big drone, but first, that is Soko Aerial Robotics. Let's understand from them what really they have here, what they are into, and what you can get from them as a farmer or somebody within the agric space. Good morning, sir. Your name?
Good morning. My name is Maximus Ashite from Soko Aerial.
Beautiful. What do you do at your end?
Yeah, so Soko Aerial is a wholly Ghanaian-owned company. We typically just produce drones. We engineer indigenous drones for the various industries. Yes.
So it's not like you're going to buy the drone from Abroche and bring to Ghana.
No,
everything is here. So this big drone, for instance, yes. What is it used for the agric space, or what?
So in agric, for example, this is a medium endurance drone. So we have two types: a long hour endurance drone, and this is a medium endurance drone, which is capable of doing 50 minutes. Now, what this does is that with the attached payload of weather multispectral, it is able to indicate the crop stress, analyze crop health, also analyze the soil quality, how the heat is affecting the plants on the ground.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it does that. So we are able to get all that data from the drone. It's just a matter of attaching the payload. As you can see here, we have various payloads. So these are the controls. Okay. We have various payloads which are able to now create maps, farm maps, demarcation maps, boundary maps of your farms. Yes. So from these payloads, we are able to capture the data, stitch them together, put in an intelligence software, and gather all the intelligence that you need for your farm.
Tell us about this one.
Yes, so this is our Aerios Pro. Aerios Pro is a 3-hour drone. It's capable of covering thousands of acres on a single flight. Typically, or let me say specifically, it is able to cover 1,850 acres in a single flight.
In a single flight?
Yes. You're surprised, eh?
I'm really surprised. Ideally, you'll be thinking that you'd have to import this from
a country where it's more advanced or something. But the fact that you are doing this in Ghana is very amazing. For how long have you been doing this?
So this has been in development for 10 years.
10 years?
Yes. Then from the flaws we noticed from the systems we bring in from outside, we noticed that they are not suited to our climate here. The heat, especially up north, kills all these other drones that come in. But then our system is able to withstand all of that.
Oh, so it was done actually tailored to the kind of weather, climate conditions we have in this country. And it works better in the north.
Yes. Wow. So the reason why we always refer to the north, that's the hottest part of the country. And then for us to stress test our systems, we always go to the extreme ends of where the climate is. So in the heat there, it is able to survive and then prove that the other ones are not able to match it.
Wow, yes. Interesting. But Soko has been in existence for how long?
For 10 years.
For 10 years?
Yes.
And where is your office located?
We're located in Bema Camp.
Bema Camp. Everything in Ghana?
Everything.
Interesting. Thank you so much for your time. And that is a Soko Aerial Robotics. They are also here at the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026. So I'm sure you are amazed just as I am. And you are learning a lot that we have many things in Ghana that can help us improve our agricultural space in Ghana. And the more reason why this particular fair is very important for you to know, for us to also exhibit what we have here in the country and how we can make the agri sector a very interesting place for the young ones like us to venture or to go into. So Chris and Nana Tufo, I would want to leave the two of you here. I'm sure right after the show, you will be coming here to see for yourself what we have here. We are expecting the president of the day to arrive shortly. Also, the Trade Minister, we're also expecting her to arrive shortly. And also, the Chief Executive Officer for Ghana Exim Bank, Sylvester Mensah, will also be arriving for the official opening of this 3-day fair, which is here to exhibit what we have in the agri space, the equipment, the machinery, and all the techs and the data-driven things that we can do to help our agri space. I am Philip Nilate. Chris and Nana Tufo, over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Philip. Good stuff there. Absolutely interesting stuff to see. We'll find time and come there later in the day to, appreciate the technology and the, if you like, the machinery on display for ourselves. But yeah, Philip Nilate bringing you live pictures from the Independence Square, the Black Star Square, where the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026 is currently underway. We're expecting that the first gentleman of the land, His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama, together with the Minister in charge of Trade, Industry and Agribusiness, Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, and the CEO, or if you like the Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank, Sylvester Adnam Tete, Mensah, I beg your pardon, Sylvester Mensah. I don't know why every time I mention Sylvester, I want to add Tete. It's because of the coach who slide.
Right, yeah.
Sylvester Mensah will conduct the official opening of the fair. That is yet to happen, so we're still expecting the president to make his way to the Independence Square for the opening of the fair. Once that is done, the exhibition is officially opened, and the general public can, of course, go and appreciate the technology, the machinery, the equipment, and the input on display at the Independence Square. But what we've seen so far, quite interesting.
Very interesting. So many innovations, and that's to tell you that there are people out there that are really paying attention to the agricultural world and trying to improve on machines and ways to make things easier for other people who think it's a hard work to come in.
And I like the fact that these are Ghanaians being innovative. These are Ghanaians trying to make their Greek space a bit more, if you like, attractive. Trying to, and you see, there's the agriculture itself. There's agro-processing. There's agribusiness.
Yeah.
And it's quite exciting to see that there's everything at every step of the value chain.
Yeah.
And it's just wonderful stuff. We're hoping and praying that we're able to invest more in some of these things so that we're able to improve the sector, widen it, and make it more attractive for more people to enter, especially the youth. Especially the youth, because we have so many, if like farmer children who are not into farming.
Yes, because of how they, actually started up with it.
Exactly.
Because of how it was introduced to them.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But I think at this point, everybody needs to try to have an open mind. Try to know that there can be other ways to do things, to make it easier, to make it more attractive. And that is why this fair is out there. So if you have time, do pass by and, feed your eyes, get inspired, and also get into the business and also get your fingers and hands working if you know you're an innovator, because there are a lot of people that can make things, create things, but they just need that little push. And I hope there are going to be investors out there too that would look at this and say, okay, this is good. If we need more money, let's push more money in it and put it out there, because at the end of the day, when it goes out there, it's still Ghana.
True. And for those who are looking to start, there will be seminars. Okay, so from today till Thursday, 3 days of the Agrotech exhibition or fair, there will be seminars as well. So go and learn something new. Go and find ways to start up or even to improve your existing business. It's quite important. So let's see you there from today, the 17th, to the 19th of March at the Independence Square here in Accra, Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026.
All right, now it's time for us to head on to the Heritage on Air series. As you all know, this is the Heritage Month, and the Heritage on Air series today, it's all about assume responsibility for yourself, because help is coming from nowhere. And this is hosted by Frema Edunyame, featuring Inchinchim Band. Let's enjoy.
Ago.
Welcome again to Sound of Our Identity. This is our Heritage Month. I'm Frema Edunyame. This is where we bring you all the nostalgia from the music that you've not heard in a while. We are also looking at the evolution of our music, where we have come from with high life to hip hop, everything in between. Last week, we did something amazing. I still have the Inchinchim Band with me. This week will not be any different. So you are better off staying with us. This is our Heritage Month. Let's know who we are in terms of our music. When we come back from this break, Inchinchim will be joining me, and we will bring you Sound of Our Identity.
Healthy smile. Hey, Dr. Ramsey. Hey, how's it going? It's good. So when the patients come in, I usually say, we only do regular cleanings if your mouth is healthy, which means you don't have a lot of hard plaque buildup underneath your gum or above your gum line. You don't see a lot of bleeding when you're brushing or flossing. There's no shaky teeth, no inflammation going on.
Right. And if they do have all those things that you mentioned, then they need to have a different type of cleaning, which is called a deep cleaning or periodontal therapy. Also could be called scaling and root planning. Sounds a little bit scary, but it's not. Basically, you have a lot of hardened plaque underneath the gum line where you can't see with your eyes. And that bacteria is causing an infection. And that's what's causing the gums to puff up and bleed. Some people notice bad breath odor that no matter how they brush, they floss, it won't go away.
Healthy smile.
You're welcome back. This is the Sound of Our Identity here in the Heritage Month. You are still live on Channel One TV. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the incredible, the talented, the legendary, the Inchinchim Band. I dare say that these guys are currently the most authentic Ghanaian band you will find around. Inchinchim,
Frema,
welcome once again.
Thank you so much.
You know,
Thank you so much.
in this episode, we are coming closer to what we are used to. Yeah. You know, in the previous episode, we looked at songs of the old, the Ramblers, the Dr. KJC. Now we are coming closer to us. And so we are doing something from Nane Champong.
That's right.
Osinankebe day na yewoya. Usuno na me Wokakra na me more. Nane Champong is talking about, you know, the love he has for his beloved and the fact that he is going to do so much more. In fact, if he had the means, he was going to build mansions, he's going to buy clothes, he's going to do so much. And so all he's saying is, let his business be his business. Do fiasem na usuno wokano no yenimo. Inchinchino yenko.
You're taking it away.
Obano so say Obi abaya manya bi kunu na den a menya me ben pana mo mama so mo nyumi be ben na sa woni mi lewa men so so mate aka ni so mi wiase mo obi don tino ono na me se me dono amo mami no no we na ke be de na yo ya uchu mutaya me na me kuro obi ti asia me se be ma we na me ba oni binti na ye de don't any sikao. It's a bad chance. Your mama na someone know. Mama na someone know. Mama ne also atono. If I need happy now we feel. Again I know really anymore. Na dear that's your name me wa. Whoa, Miss Minnie me wa. Na kebe de na yo ya. Oh I ain't a champo and I me don't know. It's no be a back be a minty yo. I am boy up and I pay. Unia wona mammy. Benini na makoje dia baba ya ba na kebe de na yo ya nanke bede na yo ya. Okay, de once more than I me don't know more. Oh, cano corano na me don't know more. A besu more. Nanke bede na yo ya. We nanke bede. Nanke bede na. Nanke bede na yo ya. Nanke bede. Yeah. Nanke bede na.
Kebeye day na yoya nanka obi don so de anka wo de ne sen into wo so obi di odo let it be a motivation to you, let it be inspiration and focus on yours ananya sa
sanity o
na obi di ne do ambeje obi sika omehan obi dan ombe sre bibia wo ho na wo to na say wo ya calculation
ye mu bi no sometimes ye hwe bi mu de so ne dia ayeye de nti ye hwe ye hunu na ye pick points kakra
positive points
but ya na hu akwakoye say ye na me de nti mi nyem ma me but that's not how it's supposed to be
at all.
obi nkwamu ayede no
what you say
na obi so na point na chese
because sometimes what must say obi a point say it's no minim de wa dwen about this one
sometimes e be yi
because I didn't follow ho usika nyaye udan nyaye obi ande ya wo hwe
and I think it's sometimes due to the contentment we don't have yen ade ayen so ye wo no obi eni hu obi dia currently especially on social media you niam na say the glamour and everything we don't know what's actually happening on the ground we are tapping. That's the word now. I tap into.
Daddy Lumba so ka say ene yankwanoma me beye ne metumi memmeso a na mekọ what I say o se na nkwansre enye ne me pene se anka me sense esro na meti ehwe form nanso hyebre enti na ama na basa ankwanoma me de me kra abafore. This is one beautiful one from the legendary Charles Kojofosu, Daddy Lumba, the late Daddy Lumba. You know, he talks about the difficulties of life. He talks about his family. He talks about his journey on a foreign land. But what can you do? There's so much you would have loved to do, but there's only little you can pursue. And so, Ankwanoma, what in a cry about for you.
celebrating a manabasa. Abusia me free with their graduate work on you. Ain't no be as a gun of my media waka quantio. Bakantam say, maybe a boa boozy of war. Achieve me when I'm in Java, come out for to a swap of me. And so Mabusia, India, mouth was your body bow. Or my cantam, I didn't say, therefore, man, that even you know your name. Then so me Baba, free say very man, they walk away. Many I met me, the rest of one amigo. I'm found no man, but they make a rubber for the old. May I met me, the rest of one amigo. I'm found no man, I don't make when I don't make. I'm found no man, the rest of one amigo.
Ankwanoma meyeni ametumi memreswa nameko. A great one from the legend himself, Charles Kojofosu, Daddy Lumba. This song was released sometime in 1990 and it was on the Obiatemesobo album, you know. So he's talking about the much you can do. You can do everything. Sometimes you have great intentions, but the people to help you, the people to support you. So you hear that Lumba talk about me person ka me ye bibi eboa abusia na so me abusia me free mu Daddy Lumba, he has died. So now we can appreciate what he was talking about. Yeah. We won't explain. We won't explain.
You don't even have to explain.
We won't explain.
Yeah, everyone knows.
But Daddy Lumba said that I wanted to do so much more, you know, so that one day when I'm dead and I'm laid in state, people will look at my works and cry for me. But the family I come from, I will leave it there. Yeah, I can't hear fast.
Akwadareswa.
Oh, Akwadareswa.
when you know who fair.
But you know who Akwadareswa is. You know, so a petite, beautiful girl, you know. So the young girl, the young child has now grown into a young, you know, lady. And Nana Amachi Dede goes on further to say in the course of the song, you know, that Sanoma Odo Fameko. So talking about the bed that will carry you to your loved one. Nana Amachi with Akwadareswa. Nchim, Mumi Nchim. right, so Apada Reswa from Nana Amachi Dede. This was done in 1980. That was a long time ago. Were you born? No. Were you born? No, because me, I wasn't even born. Very good. So this is a very, very, very old tune. But you know the mark of a good song? Look at the arrangements. Look at how it's done. When you play it today, you know, it's as fresh and it's revived something. It really lets some things in you come alive. This is vintage. This is how the legends did it. This is how Inchinchim is doing it.
That's right. That's right.
And so we are moving to Efrima Kumemu, you know, from Rex Jemfi. And this was done sometime in 1985 as part of his vinyl records, you know. Enyumi, Metomao, Efrima Kumemu. This is how we do it. Inchinchim, let's go. Song you did for me.
Yes.
And you me Motoma. Of course. And so you can also own it and claim it, own it. You know, this is in Chin Chin Band. They belong to all of us. If you don't want to share in it, I will claim it all alone. You know, any day, anytime, I'll go with these guys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been another wonderful episode of The Sound of Our Identity. Decoding who we truly are, going back to our roots and making the most of the music that our old folks, you know, have passed on to we, the new generation. We'll also ensure that we preserve it for future generations. We'll come your way again next time on The Sound of Our Identity. Don't forget, we're still in the Heritage Month and we are enjoying music of Ghanaian origin. I'm Frema Edunyame and I've been doing this with the amazing Chin Chin Band. See you next time.
Ago.
So what we do to rid all of that bacteria is we do what's called a deep cleaning or periodontal therapy. So that is 2 visits. You'll come in and we'll make sure you're very comfortable because that bacteria is very hard. It doesn't want to leave. Yeah. So we need to get you numb. So we'll get you numb on one side, the right side, let's say, and top and bottom, and then we'll go through just a disinfection process. And we may have you use also like a rinse to kind of aid in that process because we want your gums to get healthy. Then we do the other side. And after that, it's kind of like hypertension. It doesn't ever go away, but we can control it and get the gums healthy. We can't, because the bone shrinks. So we can't regrow the bone, we can't regrow the gums, but we can keep it healthy where it's at and make sure that you don't lose more bone. Because when you have periodontal disease, it's kind of like your teeth are in quicksand, you know, so we need to stabilize things. So you would need to come back after you get the therapy every 3 months.
Healthy smile. Ago.
All right, welcome back. So there you have it. We actually listened to the beautiful Chin Chin Band as they took us back in time and listening to some of the old Ghanaian music. Of course, although they are vintage, they still make sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And you see, when you get to enjoy some wonderful renditions of some of the very old tunes, music of Ghanaian origin, indigenous music like that. I mean, you know, if you grew up following your elders to especially funerals, it brings so much nostalgia back. And you see, we have the type of elders who won't spare a moment to use a situation to advise you. So when a song like that is playing, that's when they feel it's time for a sermon.
I know, right? I know.
So there's so many memories attached to certain songs. Whenever you hear them played or you hear a rendition of same, it just takes you back.
True.
And it's beautiful that we are able to present some of these songs during the Heritage Month. Of course, you'll be enjoying a lot more throughout the entire month. So you should be able to make a date with us right here on Channel One TV. Don't even think about going anywhere because, I mean, it's a month long of Heritage On Air series. And we want to appreciate all our sponsors for being able to partner with us to bring out the Heritage Month On Air series for all of Ghanaians and of course the rest of the world to appreciate our culture through our music, through our food, through our dressing, and whatever other ways. I mean, the faces behind the nation, those who have contributed to the growth and sustainability of this country. It's important that we're able to share the stories of such individuals with the rest of the world. And I want to say thank you to GCB Bank. I want to say thank you to GTP. Thank you to Bethel Dental. Thank you to South African Airways for being part of the Heritage Month on Air series.
All right, so let's get straight into the trends. What do we have? Trends, and trends are basically everything that is making people buzz on social media. It could come from different social media platforms like Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, etc. Now, the one that is trending that everybody knows about, that didn't just get stuck in the trends on social media, but also transitioned into the news, is the microlight crash that claimed the life of 2 pilots. So the privately owned Sky Arrow microlight registered 9G ADV flew from Ho to Accra with 2 male pilots on board on March 16, 2026, before losing radio contact at 2:18 p.m. and crashed into Oninku Drive School Park in Tema Community 1. Well, emergency crews extinguished the fire and recovered the pilots' bodies, burnt beyond recognition with no injuries on the ground, thanks to quick evacuation. Officials confirmed it was 2 civilians, not military, and the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority has launched an investigation into the cause amid questions about the 24-year-old aircraft flying over populated areas. And yeah, this happened yesterday. Of course, you can see some of the visuals from the incident, but we have some comments on this issue. Looks very scary.
Yeah, within 7 months, we've experienced 2 helicopter crashes, I should say. Is it our pilots not being trained well, or there could be other reasons? I mean, anything could have happened. Nobody wakes up to go and crash a helicopter. So.
Right.
What's going on with helicopters? Is it improper maintenance culture, just faults from manufacturers, or inexperienced pilots? Well, these are questions hopefully investigations can answer. I hope they tell the public the cause of the accident. Well, we hope so too. We look forward to it. You did fly helicopter for Ghana, Charlie? Some people get Vimo. May their souls rest in peace. This man. 2 crashes within 8 months are unusual for Ghana's aviation history, and that alone calls for urgent attention. Something serious is happening. I agree. Old aircraft in Kwan without proper maintenance. Okay.
Another angle.
Seems the pilot initially wanted to eject himself from the plane, per the eyewitness account. Sad situation, though.
Wow.
Indeed a sad situation, and hopefully lessons are learned from these 2 instances. You know, these are the ones that have been tragic, okay? These are the ones that have been fatal. But we've seen helicopters make crash landing in the country over the period, quite a number of them, but they haven't been fatal. And so we've not communicated really what the findings are to create enough awareness around some of these things. This particular video is quite disturbing.
It is disturbing.
If you see the number of children around there.
And people are just crossing them.
Exactly. And you see, an accident scene is not an attraction site. So I don't understand why we are rushing there. What are you going to do there? Anyways, we hope we learn to do better, because you see, whilst you are rushing there, what you don't know is that there could be another explosion.
Yeah.
And that could endanger you even the more.
I would have preferred everyone actually helped in evacuating the children from there.
So,
but anyway, let's look at another one, and another one that's a sad one. Fuel tanker burst into flames on the Accra-Kaswa Highway. The crash happened at Poston Junction at the Kaswa-Winneba Highway in Gomwa East District, where the driver lost control, likely hitting road construction, and the trailer detached, igniting spilled fuel. And fire quickly spread to a butcher bar and a house, but firefighters from APAM and Kaswa stations with a private water tanker contained the spread and worked to douse the main flame. No one was hurt, thanks to the driver's quick alert to evacuate, though heavy traffic jammed the highway for hours.
It's expected that a situation like this will cause traffic on that stretch. If you know that stretch, you know that it's very, very, it's a traffic-prone area already. And if a tanker overturns and explodes, obviously you'd expect a heavy traffic build-up in that area. But I want to say thank you to the vigilance of the driver himself, thank you to the emergency services, the fire service and the police,
to the car
those
service.
from APAM and Kaswa, for being proactive enough to help douse the fire.
And the water tanker car.
And the private water tanker, because we understand a chop bar was affected and a house. It could have spread further. We would have been counting bodies by now. So, we're just grateful that the worst didn't happen. And we pray that we'll be more careful on the road, especially when we know the content we are carrying on the road. This is highly inflammable, and so we should be able to adhere to some of the road safety measures, the cautions, and of course the regulations. And again, accident scenes are not attraction sites.
No.
So people should be careful.
I think that needs to be ranked so many times.
Yeah. You never know. You remember the last one along the Nsawam Road? And people were rushing to siphon fuel.
Yeah.
Are you serious? This is fuel. The tanker has overturned. So obviously the contents have been shaken in there. Now it's lying on tar, which obviously is hot. Anyways.
Well, I just hope we learn from all this.
They say there's a God of Ghana. I think we have a special God who...
I really learned. I hope that we learn from all this. And so this has been the trend of the day, even though they were all sad ones. Rest in peace to the two that lost their lives in that air crash. And, may their, families be comforted and may their souls rest in peace, like I said. Now it's time for us to check out the video of today.
Chris, life is simple.
Very.
Now you won't complicate them. You are the one looking for a pool at the top of a penthouse suite or a bathtub on a hill. You see, Chairman has decided to take things into his own hands. If the mountain won't come to Mohammed will go to the mountain. If he does, he can't afford jacuzzi now. He can't afford swimming pool. So he has created his own, and the man is enjoying football. Listen, life is simple, okay? If the weather doesn't understand your body, train your body to understand the weather. And that is what Chairman is doing in there. Enjoying life the way he should.
Anyway,
but poverty is a disease.
Anyway, that's the video of the day, and I hope we put some smiles on your face. Right now, let's get into our entertainment highlight of the day.
Welcome to Entertainment Highlights on Breakfast Daily, proudly powered by GhanaWeekend.com to bring you the freshest entertainment stories today. I am Ni Komete Kome. Now to our first highlight. Public Events and Communications Lead at Charterhouse Productions, Robert Kla, has explained why some artists fail to secure nominations in certain categories at the Telecel Ghana Music Awards. Now speaking in an interview on Hits FM on Monday, March 16, Robert Kla said missing out on nomination does not necessarily mean an artist did not perform well, but rather they may have not been competitive enough compared to others in the same category. I quote him, "If for any reason somebody is not in a category, then it's one of many things," he explained. It could be that the person just couldn't make the cut in comparison to others in the space because it is inherently competitive. His comments followed questions about why some artists, including Jubed and RC, were absent from categories such as New Artist of the Year, Highlight Song of the Year, and Record of the Year. Kla noted that the awards board considers multiple data points before finalizing nominees. According to him, decisions are not based solely on local popularity but on a broader analysis of industry performance. He added that even when artists record strong numbers in one area, they may still fall short if their overall performance across other metrics is not strong enough. Sometimes you even have good numbers, but in other areas you may not be strong, Class stated, adding that the final list reflects the board's comprehensive assessment of overall available data.
Everything that really happens in the media space in terms of, no, this person should, they do it. When they finish, a decision is made based on specifics, and then this is what we have as nominees. So that is what they do, and that is not what I'm here to represent. What I can explain is this: if for any reason somebody is not in a category, then it's one of many things. And depending on the category in question, it could be that the person just couldn't make the cut in comparison to the others in the space. Why? Because it is inherently competitive. So you don't have just one person doing well and that is all, but you have one person doing well in comparison to others and what they have done. And these things are determined based on our global view of information we have. And when I say global, we are not just looking at what happened here. We're looking at what happened here, plus what happened with respect to streams, what happened with respect to feedback that we got from the other regions, what happened to radio airplay. So we put all of these elements together and we make a decision. So yes, I sometimes understand the arguments about what people are able to have. So yeah, this person should have been. I'm like, okay, I hear you, and you're right, because people like that there were arguments like this. But then again, when you look at all the other information that we have, that is what informed the decisions that have been made.
It means those artists did not make the cut.
They just didn't make the cut.
Their numbers were not encouraging.
So you can sometimes you even have good numbers, but what do you call it? In terms of the other areas, you may not be strong.
Now to our second highlight, and still staying on the TGMA. Organizers of the TGMA Telecel Ghana Music Awards have introduced a new policy called the Swing Period, aimed at ensuring songs released late in the year are not disadvantaged during the award selection process. In a statement released on Monday, March 16, Charterhouse explained that the policy will take effect from the 27th edition of the awards and is designed to give December releases a fair chance at recognition. According to the TGMA board, songs released late in the year often struggle to gain enough traction before nomination deadlines. The newly introduced Swing Period will allow songs released in December to be considered in the following awards year, provided they meet specific eligibility criteria. To qualify under the policy, a song must have been released in December of the eligibility year, demonstrated measurable impact within the review year, and not have been nominated in the previous edition of the awards. The board noted that the decision follows 3 years of engagement with industry stakeholders and reflects the award's commitment to adapting to evolving music industry trends. Under the newly implemented rule, 2 songs have already secured nominations in the 27th TGMA. The songs include Messiah by Sarkodie featuring Kweku Flick and Excellent by Kojo Black featuring Calvin Boy. According to the TGMA board, both songs recorded significant audience engagement and traction after their release, illustrating the exact situation the Swing Period policy is intended to address.
Period means that songs which are released close to the end of the year that may not necessarily have a lot of traction and may not necessarily have a lot of mileage will have the opportunity to be considered in the following year when the time is up, if the songs play their part within the space.
For a scheme to actually listen to the people and also get to the grounds to test and find out songs that are actually doing well, to make sure they capture them all, it's a beautiful thing.
Now to our third highlight. Ghanaian music duo Keche have broken their silence after failing to secure a single nomination at the 27th Telecel Ghana Music Awards, suggesting they may have been victims of a mafia within the award system. In a post shared on X, the duo made up of Keche Andrew and Keche Joshua expressed concerns about the fairness of the nomination process after reportedly attending the nominees announcement event, but left without a single nomination. They invited us but zero nomination. Hey, mafia pa this, the group wrote. Mafia is a word commonly used in Ghana to suggest unfairness. Now, despite their disappointment, the duo expressed optimism about their prospects, pointing to their new song Selena as their comeback moment. And that's a wrap on today's entertainment highlights on Breakfast Daily, proudly powered by GhanaWeekend.com. Now you know we've got you covered. From the hottest music releases to exclusive celebrity updates, stay tuned, stay connected, and keep your finger on the pulse of the world's entertainment. For more stories, behind-the-scenes content, and the latest updates, visit GhanaWeekend.com. Until next time, keep enjoying the vibes. I am Ni Komete Kome.
All right.
Yeah,
And that was
shouts
a
to
beautiful
Nico
one.
Meteko.
Yeah.
The big man himself.
Of course.
The king of Accra.
So if you want more of that, all you need to do is head to their social media pages, GhanaWeekend.com. You can find them on Instagram and on YouTube and enjoy more entertainment news from them.
Indeed, there's a lot happening within the entertainment space, and Ghana Weekend, of course, is the authority on that. So you want to check them out from album listenings, from premieres to, if you like, the unveiling of the TGMA artist nominees and all that. And of course, for your homecomings, and you need to go check out Ghana Weekend. And don't just go check them out, okay? They have their contact details there as well. You need to invite them to some of these your events so they can bring the spotlight. They can highlight your event, put you out there so the rest of the world gets to experience your events as well. Now, people, so it's been an interesting morning, okay, from the conversations we've been having all morning, all the way through. But let's not forget the fact that we're still in the Heritage Month. And of course, we still have a lot more of our on-air activities. Okay, so we're rolling out the Heritage series on air. Today we showed you a particular series. This one had to do with music and of course the words of wisdom that are called out of the music. And the theme for today was assume responsibility for yourself, because help is coming from nowhere.
Right.
All right. We'll be showing you more of these on Channel 1 TV, but at 9 a.m. every weekday on 97.3 City FM, you can tune in and listen to the audio versions, okay? So it's on radio as well as on television.
Right.
Okay.
All right. And we'd like to remind you that the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026, which you showed you a bit, is still on, and it's at the Independence Square here in Accra, and starts today and ends on the 19th of March 2026, which the theme is transforming agribusiness through local innovation and technology, and obviously brought to you by the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, also with Ghana Exim Bank. You definitely do not want to miss it. There's so many things to do in the agricultural industry, and this is the place for you to be in.
And indeed, the president will be opening the fair up in a matter of minutes. Our cameras are there. We'll be bringing you live pictures from the official opening of the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026. So do stay with us here on Channel 1 Television. I am Nana Tufuobuate.
And my name is Chris Carter, and Philip Nilate joined us from the Independence Square. Thank you for staying tuned, and see you, but keep watching Channel 1 TV.
Ago.